Back, we rolling. Welcome back. Unlimited Bicker.
It's a little limited this week without the Honorable Desmond Arnaz.
We cut it down a little bit, but it should be so.
Did you listen to last week's show?
Absolutely not.
You didn't?
Hell no.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Because my therapist told me that I needed to focus on myself.
I don't know how that's relevant to you listening to the show, but nah, I get it. I'm just fucking with you.
You know exactly how it's relevant.
I mean, he needs to love himself and not listen to him. His playlist being slandered.
I love
I don't
myself.
know. Did we slander his playlist last week?
Last night's.
Come on.
It was the South playlist, right? Was it Atlanta?
Yeah, it was the radio. It was a radio playlist.
Top 40.
That's what it was. It was the top 40 playlist. Yeah.
Did you want to comment on your playlist from last week?
Oh.
The fact that you were so fresh and so clean and shoulder lean.
Yeah, I went for a radio.
So you are admitting that that was done purposely?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, if I go on my quirky, weird North nigga bag, I'm going to get slandered. I can't. And if I go on my radio bag, I'll get slandered. It was a test.
That was the test.
So it was one of the things that you was thinking like, I might win this.
No, it was like, I'm
you
going to go
never
pop.
know. You never know.
I'm going to go pop just to see what these niggas say now.
What was the show? What was the first song?
So fresh and so clean, wasn't it?
Nah.
No, that was number 2.
That's all. No matter what I do.
Let me go look and see.
No matter what I do, these niggas going to have an opinion on it.
That's what we do.
That's what we do. That's what the show's basis. That's what the show is.
Even I get slandered. I can't believe Blaze is out here winning out here. Yeah, well, sorry. I'm nice.
Last week with Atlanta, he went No Hands was his first record.
Okay, No
Flocka
Hands.
Flocka.
That's a good record.
Young Dro and T.I. Shoulder Lean.
I like that record too.
And Trillville and Scrappy Never Ever.
I like that record too.
Yeah, we like all of them. Like, it's top 40.
Very top 40-ish.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of What We Talking About podcast. I am CEO, the veteran, perfect motherfucking attendance. Perfect motherfucking attendance.
I haven't seen you in a while.
I'm always in the building. Like,
I don't see you. I was in the building. I didn't see you.
I may not be there for the initial roll
I might
call.
be there when you ask, but I always on time.
1/3 of a few things. I am 1/3 of the Rollout Boys.
The Rollout
I did a terrible
Boys.
job last week with your
Did you?
lips.
Not to ever be
I
confused
did a terrible job.
with 1/3 of the Toxic Boys.
Toxic.
And ladies and gentlemen, last but certainly not least, I am a member of the Ohio fucking Daddies.
Page no longer exists, man.
Let's goody. That's hate, Tribe. That's hate. That's hate. Yeah, it is. That's hate. But who else is in the building?
It's your boy Trad Dave, a.k.a. Mr. Residency at ML Lounge now. Mr. Residency at Adelis. No wrong in the living room DJ. Still the baby shower DJ. Even though I never did one. But I will if you want to hire me.
You want
Shit.
takes everything personal.
I'm in the building. I'm ready to record.
And of course,
we
we
got the newest member of the team.
she's back. You know what I mean? She did such a great job with us last week. It was only right that we ran it back with her this week. Ladies and gentlemen, Lex is in the building with us again. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. You got a special guest with us today.
I do.
This mic's looking crazy. Like,
Pablo,
what
you
you
want
doing
to say
tonight?
hi?
Hi, Pablo. Happy
Pablo is in
3-year
the
anniversary,
building.
Pablo.
Hey.
3 years. You're like,
It's
man,
a
what's
3-year
going
anniversary.
on?
Yeah, he's like, what's going on, man?
Dang. What the fuck is a mic in my face?
Yeah, what is all that?
Oh.
Okay,
Oh,
thank you.
I was lost.
Okay, go back to sleep.
But before we get into the show, so Lex, how did you like last week? How did it go for you? Any feedback? Or?
I had fun. No, My friends listened. They liked it.
Good,
Yeah.
good. We're glad to have you back. Got a couple topics we're gonna get into today. Maybe we can go somewhere for those the Patreon listeners. You already got some little spicy shit. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
don't want to be invisible on the show. I am here. Just like,
oh yeah, no. Now, let me finish.
Hey guys.
Yeah, so for those that that are subscribed to the Patreon, you heard a lot of those spicy takes that we had on there. Some shit that'll probably never get cleared for the actual show. I don't know, maybe we didn't say nothing crazy, like, but it's just you just never know who you offended.
Yeah, that's all.
You know,
That's all.
There was some crazy stuff said.
Was it?
It was stuff that should have been timestamped 16 million times.
Oh yeah, you're right. Early on. You're absolutely right.
I probably need to edit that out of the video anyway.
I might try to figure out to do something with that part.
My bad.
That part crazy. And of course, we got your superstar engineer, the Kid Blazers, in the building.
Welcome home.
What's goody? What's goody? So, and shout out to Dez. Dez is not. He's not with us this week. I think my brother's over in Africa, right?
Morocco?
He's in Morocco.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting his French Montana, Steven Jackson. I see him out there. You know, him and Marlon and the gang. Shout out to Dom.
They be picking some beautiful places to go.
They do. They do.
And so shout out to all my family out there.
Living it up, man. It's dope to see people traveling abroad like that. For me, I'm more of a city guy. Like, I don't know if I really want to be like secluded, like just out in the open like that, and just I don't know. Like I think I'm just spoiled with
people.
city life. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, but it's beautiful scenery. Them hot air balloons look nice.
Crazy.
Man.
Trav, I mean, obviously you didn't listen to this, but last week when you was getting the bicker, Dez was like, I'm going to be out the country, so I'm going to be here to hear Trav go off on me. I'm going to put my shit on airplane.
Peace and blessings to brother Des Arnaz. Wish you well. Get home safe. No bicker. Fake
so
ass loon.
There it is. With that said, so let's get into the playlist from last week. We'll recap that and we'll get out of that bag kind of quick this week. I don't want to stay there too long. So last week we did the remix. Am I correct?
Yes.
We did the remix.
This is the remix.
Race with the preemptive strike. He sent me his list super dumb early.
Yeah, I didn't think I was that early.
You said it first.
I shouldn't get penalized for being first.
Yeah,
man.
I'm not penalizing you. It's actually smart.
It was late though on a Monday when I sent it. Like, I'm not knowing that ain't nobody sent it in yet. So here it is. We this week or last week we did the remix. Plenty of records to choose from. There was no limitations. We could do rap, hip hop, country, you know, whatever you wanted to do. We was ready to do it with the remix. So I'll get into the tracks. Dez is not here again this week, but we're going to start with his records. Number 1, Puff and Mace featuring Carl Thomas.
My nigga sent me these songs at noon on Monday. Told me he sent
I
the
did.
shit. 12:48.
Yeah.
Puff and Carl Thomas,
You know,
or
Reese.
Puff and Mace featuring Carl Thomas, Been Around the World remix.
I submitted that.
Number 2, Jeezy featuring Jay-Z, Put On. Number 3,
Put on, you did the.
I like the original better. Number 3, Rick Ross and Jay-Z and Jeezy, Hustlin' remix.
I hated that record.
I love that one. That would have been on my list.
The remix? The original
love
was
the
way
remix.
better.
You don't
You remember the
remember?
remix? Corporate, Rockefeller, Corporate Thugs, One Umbrella.
Jay-Z got a couple misses on the remix side of the game.
Jeezy
That beat
did.
was super slow for him to catch. Like,
Yeah, I hate that
So I
remix.
just gave it for the hot remix.
That's one of my favorite remixes
Well,
ever. No, Hustling.
Hustling.
I'm about to re-listen. I'm gonna revisit and see what it's sitting for.
And his 4th and final record was LL Cool J featuring Fat Joe, Foxy Brown, Keith Murray, and Prodigy. I Shot You. I think Des was pandering there. Like he tried to go pull that the old nigga vote out with that one.
Or that was the I'm a show Trav. I know hip hop song. Like, I hope you do know that song. You got 2 older brothers, nigga.
Think that's what that was, Trash?
Absolutely.
Des, I mean, everybody, you know, Des and Trav try to use Quiet Storm, which is a classic.
Quiet Storm would have been on mine too.
Yeah.
Fuck him though. Whoever chose it.
It was Dez.
It was Reese.
All right,
Or
let's get to
Reese.
the
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
get to the second playlist. Trav, fresh off of being absent last week, but he still got his record submitted to us. Number 1, MOP featuring Busta Rhymes and Remy Ma, Annie Up.
Love it.
Remix.
Classic.
Love it. Love it.
Number
Classic.
2, I think this might have been influenced by the show. Kanye West, Chief Keef,
You didn't listen to the show?
Pusha T,
I have
Big
no
Sean,
clue.
and Jadakiss Don't Like.
Yeah, for him to even say that in the chat, I'm like, I'm not going. Like, nigga, you'll never influence me. Stop.
You on your muffin dance, you on it, he on it.
Stop.
Put it in the chat. Like, there's your muffins being cracked as we speak.
And let me ask you this, like, because I hinted at
Jadakiss
this.
verse is crazy on there to me.
You know what rules it though is jean jackets with the sleeves cut.
Yeah, that's and Joe wears jean jackets.
In Too Deep like Macaulay Fife, like he wasn't in Too Deep.
No, it wasn't. It
You know what I
wasn't
mean?
definitely. But I understood what he was trying to
I
say.
knew what he was doing.
But I like the way the beat dropped. Like, you know, it's just the drums, like the hard
Let
drums.
me ask y'all this, because I said it in the chat, and y'all be getting mad. Not mad, but y'all be maybe I'm nitpicking a little too much. But was this a remix?
What is it?
It's not.
What?
Don't like. This is just they just reissued the record, you know, for the Cruel Summer. But this wasn't a remix.
If you reissue a record, nigga, that's a remix.
All right, not all the time. Not all the time.
The technical term of a remix is somebody mixing the record over.
So was Rick Ross's "Fuck With Me, You Know I Got It"? You consider that a remix? The one that he put on his album?
I wouldn't be mad if it was on there.
I'm saying, but the version that he put on his album,
I thought his version was the original. Jay-Z's version was the remix.
Yes, exactly.
I'm just asking, like, are we calling it a remix? Neither one was called a remix.
Don't Like it wasn't called a remix?
No.
I think it's a remix.
They renamed it so they didn't have to call it. You know, it's all kind of little technical things that they have to do for, you know, money wise or whatnot. But you know, no bicker. Like I just didn't think it was a remix.
And that record goes still though. Let's not act like that record don't.
Number 3, G Dep featuring Keith Murray and Ghostface, Special Delivery.
Crazy.
I wrote that. Ghost killed it.
Right, Ghost kill it. Ghost kill it.
And then number 4, where you completely dropped the ball.
Big time.
Are y'all serious? Y'all don't fuck with.
Big dropping.
I like the remix better than the original.
It's not a remix though.
It's not even really the remix.
It's not a remix. Trav. I just didn't feel like fighting with you.
It is a remix.
It's a whole different. It's
It's a
So you
remix.
think it's a remix of Excuse Me Miss?
Yes.
Benny Siegel, I'll be smoking la 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 la.
I thought it was a totally different record. Like to me, it's a record. It's a different song. I just didn't feel like.
It's a remix of the original.
I personally thought it was a different song, also, but
It is, but
It's not a remix.
it's not a remix, right?
Let's. We got. What do you say? We got a lot of devices in here. Let's go ahead and look that up.
I know that's what they classified it as. You know what I mean? But, oh no, I mean, but I'm talking about.
I rest
us.
my case.
Pull it up on any DSP and show me where it says remix.
Nigga, let's just Google it.
DSP, show me anywhere on there where it says remix.
It don't say remix on it.
It's not. That's all I'm saying. Like we know it's a remix because that's what Hov and them called it. And again, I think that's due to technicalities and all that. You know, with the music industry, like they trying to do. You're not gonna find it in Apple Music as a remix. Or you on Google? Maybe. I'm sure you can find it there.
If the song is called "Excuse Me, Miss" and this is called "Excuse Me, Miss" again, it's not a different.
Mine says La La La.
La la la. That's what it's called. La la la.
And it was on the Bad Boys.
Bad Boys.
soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's a remix.
You got it. Like you still drop the ball with it. Like remix or not. Like
What's that say?
well, I don't know. I don't see the remix part. It's a
Here's
sequel
mine.
to Excuse Me. It says it's a sequel, not a remix.
right?
So-
It's
so-
not a remix.
so- Are we saying like what's the Puff songs like "I Need a Girl" and "I Need a Girl"? That's not a remix.
That's definitely
No.
a remix. To me, that's a remix.
It's called "I Need a Girl."
It's part 1
2.
and part 2.
It's a remix. It's the same.
And I meant to use that. I just forgot.
It's the same thing. They're different beats, but it's the same. It's the
I don't
same.
want a different beat. That's not. Dez. I got Dez. I threw the grenade in the chat.
Yeah, I see. I ain't really reading it. Yeah, like I'm sorry, like I don't consider La 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 a remix. Like, I'm just going off of what DSP say. Like, you know, if it's a reason that they.
You know, it's a conversation where I'm cool with it. Like, it's just
yeah,
like,
I'm cool with it. Like, what nobody like? No, you can't do that one. Like, but
there was a lot more. I think better options out there than
several.
I really like this record.
I do. I like that record too. I actually like it a lot. Remix was a tough category.
It's harder than what we anticipated.
And on top of that, I sent like 5 records that niggas already chose because I didn't find out till the 12th hour.
Yeah, that's true. Trav wasn't on the show, so he didn't know that we was doing remixes until I told him.
I mean, it ain't no different than him sending his records. You know, while we sitting here recording. Like,
I sent one record, Reese. Oh my
It
god,
happens. You know, it happens.
I sent one record.
All right, so now we get the Blazers list.
And listen, I'm gonna be real. My first song, I was trying to drive up the engagement. I'm like, okay, I'm tired of like, we gotta get it popping.
Yeah. Man, listen, I really don't think there's any type of people just it's a pocket of people that feel a way about Kels, but for the most part, like I don't think Kels is canceled. I really don't. Like I don't know how y'all feel about it.
I don't feel like he's canceled.
You know what I mean? Like I know
My thing is, y'all knew in the '90s what he was doing, so
I know it's a pack like within the industry, you know, where they're not necessarily playing his music like the big wigs, but you know what I mean, the music is there. Like you can't take it off of none of these.
Did you see how someone said, I think it was Chris Rock maybe, like the selective outrage, like y'all are playing Michael Jackson, but y'all refuse to play R. Kelly.
Oh, there's two different things for me though. Like Kels, Michael Jackson. How y'all feel about that, y'all?
Mike was found not guilty.
But I mean, just in general, like just with
completely different.
it was there though.
Hey, niggas be playing Mystical still.
I'm playing all of it
I
personally.
definitely put this
But
on the playlist a couple weeks ago.
We've had all them guys on the playlist. We've
Trey
had Trey
Songz.
Songz, we've had Mystical, Kels.
what Trey Songz do?
After the original is probably this.
Trey Songz got the allegations of you know, rape and
Beating bitches up.
assault and all that. It's ongoing too. Like it's been multiple women that done came out and said it. I think Keke Palmer was even one of the ones that said it.
She might have started it.
All right, so let's get the Blazers list. Number 1, R. Kelly featuring Jay-Z and Bugatti. Let's be clear.
Let's not be clear. You can leave them all.
No, Bugatti is definitely in the
Yes, the
record.
remix. That's my fault for not even giving them credit on this playlist here. Like I was supposed to.
I thank you for that.
Number 2, Drew Hill featuring JD and the Brat. In My Bed, the So Def
I fucking
remix.
hate that record.
Why?
I fucking hate that record.
He's sleeping in my bed,
like
messing with my, taking my place.
No way.
Reese told me I should have left it on the. I had it on the playlist weeks ago. Reese, I should have left it on there.
Yeah, for that playlist.
Nigga, that's wild. He wild.
Number 3, Wale and Rihanna. Bad.
I really did that to troll. I did the troll dance.
Listen, I never really was too crazy
Song was crazy.
about that remix. Like she only thing it's like they just
She really was the real
the
version.
original version of it. You know what I mean? Like she didn't do nothing different with it.
Yeah. You can't even tell their voices apart.
Right. It's almost like they had old girl maybe demo it and Rihanna
Exactly.
did
Exactly what it
clear check,
was.
So they put her version out.
Yeah, exactly what it was.
And number 4, I wouldn't have went with this one either. Jay-Z and MOP. You Don't Know.
Reese, I won off this list. I don't know what you're saying to me, right?
Definitely didn't win.
Yeah, I won.
The You Don't Know remix.
I love it.
What you mean, nigga? Like, what you? Did it go crazy?
I think it went
Lex
crazy.
might not love it.
I think it went crazy on the mixtapes. I think it because that's that era that it
Wait,
came
let me
from.
say there like
It was
that.
on the blueprint too.
No, but it definitely Cool had it on his mixtape.
That's my shit.
Mo Walker runner nana MOP's
Jay
higher.
went crazy. Jay went crazy.
Yeah,
on
got
that.
busy. I just don't think it was one of his. Jay-Z, his own remixes, like they don't have that much success. Like, cause I love Change the Game remix with Dog Pound.
Psycho, like
It's another one though, but it's just like his originals be so much so legendary that
So
it's
if I picked
almost
The Watcher, would you have been mad at me if I did?
absolutely mad at you. The Watcher remix with Rakim.
With Jay-Z.
Well, I mean, it's two different records. Jay-Z got it with his version, and then
Yeah, the Watcher
Dre's
is a
is-
Dr. Dre song.
Right, that's Dr.
Right, but Jay redid it.
right. That's not a remix though.
If he redid it, it's not a remix.
Nah, that's not a remix. Just don't like part 2 again. Here we go. Like we just gonna keep making this record.
Listen, like let's be clear.
So you think that's a remix, The Watcher?
Yeah.
That Jay-Z did? What
Well,
you
I
think? I don't think so.
I
think it's two different records.
never in my life, I can't even sit over here in front like I ever
That's how
thought
we
that
feel
was a
about
remix.
Absolutely.
I get it. But La La La, I mean, the title of the song is "Excuse Me, Miss" again.
Hey, you can't feel like you won this bubble chip. But all you did was you was just the first nigga to submit your list. Cause Quiet Storm is a legendary remix.
Right. So you
Well,
think-
people got to be quicker than that. Then it's not his fault. He was the
No,
first.
but no. It's one thing to be quick.
It's one thing to be quick. It's another one
The
to
show
find
was
out.
out for 2 minutes before he came out.
Did you hear when he said I submitted it on Monday?
Yeah.
Noon.
I don't even know
The
what.
playlist.
Jazz knew. You knew. The only person who didn't know was Trav. So it's not really his fault.
Hey,
that
he
was
should have been
first.
focused on doing promo for the What We Talking About podcast. That's what he
When
should
they
have
want me
been
to put it out, like I don't know when I was supposed to come with my records.
Apparently not first.
Right.
Rex, we don't like this nigga, okay?
I can't believe y'all front on La La La, man. That shit is. That
I'm not
record is.
friends on it. I'm just saying like the same argument that we just had with him about The Watcher. Like I listen. Us that know the rock and know the ins and outs of it, we know it's a remix because that's what Dame Dash and all them called it. But the way that it's listed, it's not listed as a remix.
Can we get some behind the scenes? I mean, you can do your list first. I'm just talk behind the scenes.
Okay. Let me get to my records. Let's see.
Find Dad's text messages.
All right, number one for me,
I
Kendrick
ain't
Lamar.
responding to that nigga.
Kendrick Lamar featuring
Beneath
Jay-Z. Bitch, don't kill my vibe.
That was a good one.
Love that record. I love what Jay did on that one. And I love what Kendrick's, his last verse on that.
Yeah.
Kanye West featuring Jay-Z. Number 2, Diamonds, remix. A little backstory on that. I didn't necessarily want to go with Diamonds. I wanted Power, but Power is not on DSPs nowhere.
It's
And
one of the best Kanye beats of all time.
Jay
Diamonds was a good
went
one, though.
ridiculous on Diamonds, bro.
yeah, he get busy on Diamonds, but I thought he ate Power up even more. We live in that 21st century. These are the flash new watches, B.I.J.'s, no one like kill that.
He's special, man.
Number 3, I had Mobb Deep featuring Lil' Kim, Quiet Storm. Rest in peace to Prodigy, man. Hey, the original is tough. Super tough. But this
And Kim put a whole
remix.
hot damn hoe, here we go again. Flat as a rock, bitch, hard as a cop, bitch.
This shit not from blocks with hard tops.
In the parking lot, where my nigga rock like this parking lot.
Brick
Wait.
style,
Like a hustle, another rock. That's
Treasure
little.
Rap.
Why were you
You
looking at him like that?
I'm 10 steps ahead of you.
Hey,
I'm a leader.
you know her verse is crazy when dudes rap her verse.
That's one of the few verses that a woman has that a dude will rap it.
Just go word for word.
Foxy Brown got one too on the Bang Bang. Like she get busy on
Oh,
I
what?
thought the Notorious K.I.M. album was incredible.
Yeah.
Bang Bang is nuts, Reese, but the average person ain't gonna know Bang Bang. We gonna
Foxy, man,
shit.
we really need to get Foxy her flowers.
I love Fox.
Fox definitely needs flowers.
You know who remind me of Foxy a little bit? I know it's
Lola.
Lola. I know it's early, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
she's giving me
She got that
Foxy
tone.
vibe, yeah.
She got that tone.
I can listen to her. I don't even hear her be good. Like her tone.
Her tone, yeah.
And last, number 4 for me, Nas featuring Jadakiss and Ludacris, Made You Look remix.
I submitted that too, didn't I?
And Made You Look. Now that's one of the few records like where it was no fillers from nobody. Like, I thought everybody
got
verse was
busy.
incredible. One of my favorite remixes of all time.
Yeah, I submitted that record too.
And the energy was so crazy in the video, the live video. I think they did that like at the BB Kings or some shit like that.
Tunnel or some
That was
shit.
The Tunnel.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Blaze, you said you wanted to get into some backstory. So what's going on?
Yeah, I'm good. Get to these text messages.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I ain't even looked at it yet. What's going
No,
on?
I'm talking about just my text messages from the list. So you was really in Trav's bag, or vice versa, and that put him into a situation where it was a little bit of a difficult, struggle.
He panics. Like when he can't go to
Yeah,
option
he
A, Trav don't have no second move. Like his. If I can't get you with that first move, it's a wrap.
I love my brother, okay? But my brother sent me. See you at the crossroads, so you won't be lonely.
Because that's a fire remix.
Where's the
I'm
original?
gonna miss everybody.
That's not the original.
I'm asking, what's the original?
It's called Crossroads.
Let me hear it. Please, let me hear it.
Y'all niggas never heard Crossroads the
I
original?
would love to hear it.
It didn't exist. I even looked this up to make sure it didn't exist.
Are y'all serious? No, y'all niggas, y'all not serious right now.
And you know that.
Is he about to pull that Crossroads from the East 90 or from the very first album?
It's a remix.
See, this guy, man, the way that he likes to.
I hit him with the Tony Ayo pick. I hit him with
Thank
Tony
you.
Ayo pick.
Thank
I was
you.
just like, Trav, come on now. We're not doing that.
It's a remix. Bro.
I will say this, though. I'm surprised. If I thought Trav was going to pull a move like that, I felt he should have tried to pull the move with All About the Benjamins.
Because that's a remix.
That's a remix.
I don't get why.
Benjamins was a record with just the Locks and Puff on it, but it never came out.
Right,
on
I don't
mixtape.
think they never put it out.
It came out. Put it out on a mixtape.
Okay. But it's listed
They
as a
never put it out.
remix.
No, it's not listed as a remix. No,
All About the
DSPs.
Benjamins?
No, DSPs in that. Because I was about to crack y'all's muffin with that, but I was like, nah. Especially after Travis sent me Crossroads, I was like, I can't use it.
We could try to sing Crossroads.
Because Crossroads is a remix.
It's easy, should it be easy? Wish the fuck out of here. I wish you would have put that
Again and
on there,
again,
man.
tell me what you gonna do.
And somebody might tell me why.
Please.
Hey, I love on it down. Get that record the fuck out of here. That record is massive. Let's be clear.
One of the biggest records of all time.
Of all time.
It's not a remix though.
It is a remix.
We still ain't heard. Like, please hit play on the original. I would love to hear it. Lex, do you know about the original?
Trav, the first two songs he picked was Quiet Storm and Diamonds remix.
Or Kanye West Diamonds?
Your records. So I was like, yo,
No,
Diamonds
that's
was a good one.
Trav.
that's the original.
Yeah.
No.
You heard it. Boom, 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 boom. You heard it start off. He thought he had it. Boom, 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 boom. Look, we're going to keep moving while you're looking for that.
Yeah, because
It's
it is
It's going to be
this.
the whole show. Like, that's not out there.
It is this.
So that wraps up the playlist. Lex, you got any thoughts on the playlist this week? Any records that you was like, damn, I can't believe nobody picked this record? Is there?
Well, I told you, come and talk to me, but you said that was on someone else's.
Right.
I don't know if y'all would count One More Chance, Stay With Me by Biggie as a remix, and I don't know if y'all have used that before.
That's an interlude. I'm sorry, Lex. Hold your thought. He's trying to.
This is not an interlude. This is a song.
That's not the Crossroads record.
Reese. It's the original Crossroads, bro.
That's not. They have that. That song is titled something else. That's on the album. I'll pull it up for you.
It's called Crossroads.
Go ahead, Les. What was you saying?
Um,
Kill that though, because they probably gonna clip us.
the One More Chance, Stay With Me. I don't know if y'all have used that before, if you consider it a remix, but that would have been on mine.
No, I had that. I used that record before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was something. One More Chance, Biggie.
Last week.
It was like because we did the
Last week was Atlanta.
Oh, week before.
Yeah, week before I
Okay.
used
Week
it.
before.
I'm fucking these niggas up.
I see.
Ain't no fucking.
Maybe we just have the same, you
Nah,
know.
fuck that. Like
music
he's
style.
been trashed just as well as everybody's had their weeks. Reese was.
I ain't really had no
struggling.
bad week.
Reese just told the fans 2 weeks ago that he would punch one of our fans for not.
I ain't had a bad week though. Really, like it's been. Tell me the week that was bad.
What did they say that made you say that?
Because he wasn't getting the love that he thought he needed.
Nah, this is when Trav was really leaning into his fan base, and he had people in there just leaving wild comments.
Nah.
You Remind Me would have been on there too, Mary J.
See, I didn't even know it was we could do R&B. I figured it was all hip hop
Well,
too.
if you would have listened last week.
After they sent me Crossroads, I sent to Tony Ayo. He said, "Is it popular songs or remix?" I said,
Popular songs are remixes.
It's a remix. I thought I was confused. Like you didn't
Are
know
you
it
still on
was a remix.
Crossroads?
I mean, it's a remix.
But did you find the original?
I just played the original.
So it's not an interlude.
No, it's a song. It's literally a song.
Blaze.
"No,
It's definitely not a song.
yeah, I'm not interested."
All right, man. I hate being the music.
Before
nigga.
this show is over with, I'm gonna let you hear that song that he just played. It's not called Crossroads.
Yes, it is, bro.
He's looking at a Google search right now. Like he's gonna find whatever it is he's looking for.
On Google for sure.
Yeah, on Google. I'm gonna show you on the DSP that it's not called that. So with that said, let's get into the show. First thing that I wanted to get into, man, like I've been seeing this and I've been, being kind of quiet on it, but enough's enough. Larsa Pippen, man, we got to discuss her. First off, is it a rollout? Is something coming? Do she got a TV show coming? Like she on one of these
She's on
Housewives?
Real Housewives of Miami.
Okay, I'm like, it got to be something going on.
And I'm very into it.
So it's actually going on right now.
It's over. They just finished their last reunion Thursday.
Was Jordan's son a part of the show?
He wasn't a part of the show, but he was there backstage, and they kept showing him. They talked about it. I think the whole thing's weird. I think she's weird, but
Yeah, I ain't have no bad ones yet. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. How do you feel about Larsa though? Like, is she out of pocket?
very out of pocket. Extremely out of pocket.
Is it one of them situations to where it's like, I've been not that I've been a mom and that it's over with, but it's like, I've raised kids for such amount of years. I got kids in the NBA now. Now it's time for mom to have a life. Like, is that?
I don't think
I'm
there's
cool
a
with
problem
that,
with
but
her having a life. It's like
it's who she's doing it with, right?
Scottie Pippen and Jordan. Like, what are we doing? I just feel like there's things, and live your life, do whatever. But I just feel like there's things you do and don't do, just out of respect for yourself.
She
the
raised
person you
that
have
boy.
Kids with.
She watched that boy since he was
No,
born.
so she explained it on the reunion that she never knew him. She never knew the kid. She never knew the son. They had completely separate lives, according to her.
I don't believe that shit.
I think the whole thing's weird, personally, but
Yeah, and she said her and Scottie Pippen had sex 4 times a day for 20.
yeah, she
23
she
years.
had to have sex 4 times a day.
Yeah, that's cap. Cause ain't nobody hitting that.
But she also lies and says she didn't get her body done, so you can't really believe anything that Larsa says at this point.
In the future, hit her in the flip flop.
Do she have a relationship with her son currently right now? Like, are they good?
Yeah.
I'm just like,
I just can't imagine,
I can't either. I'm just wondering how he feels about it. Like,
probably sick, and I can't imagine how like the whole thing is just like, are you trying to get a react? Like, what are you doing? What's your motive here?
if I'm Scotty, again, like she should be able to, live her life and do it however she see fit. But it's like, you do got to realize I'm Scottie Pippen. Anywhere that I go, they're going to ask me about this.
Yeah, it's
You know what I mean?
embarrassing.
God bless Scottie Pippen, man.
Yeah.
What?
And
I
Michael
think she's
Michael
having
probably
a
think
midlife
that shit funny.
crisis.
I don't think Mike think it's funny. Like I think Mike, quiet as kept, I think Mike might be feeling a way about it. But of course, Mike is so private. We'll never know. Like, because Mike ain't getting out. He's not jumping in front of this at all. I think he probably is a tad bit embarrassed. Like, the story just came up last week that he's looking to sell Charlotte for whatever reason, the franchise. I'm sure that don't have nothing to do with it, but
Still,
he might be getting some backlash from some of his
media still protect Mike. Media still protect Mike.
Yeah. I mean, he's goated. So Mike means too much to too many people's childhoods, or just he's associated.
Too many people. Bottom line.
Yeah,
too.
he's associated with too many people's just well off and putting people in different positions and what he did for the NBA. I don't know if Mike will I don't see a day ever that they would ask Mike Jordan about it. Maybe somebody trying to get the tea in an interview and they may try to sneak it in there. I'm sure Mike wouldn't answer, but I could see if Pippen sat down and give an interview, I know they would jump right to it. So
what do you think
how
about
do you feel
your
about Larsa?
ex-wife sleeping
They've
with
asked
Michael
him.
Jordan's son?
They've asked Pippen. See,
Okay.
I haven't heard them.
I'm pretty sure that they were talking about that on the reunion. She was like, I don't really care.
I just couldn't imagine my mom dating a teammate of mine or just somebody who.
That's what the host of the reunion said. He's like, he's closer to your son's age than you. And she's like, no. He's like, yeah, you're 49, he's 32.
Yeah. And so I didn't have a problem with her dating Beasley. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's because this is Jordan's son, and the the
Mike and
history
Scotty
of
go
Mike
together.
and Scotty.
Yeah, I think that's really what makes it whack.
Yeah, because
to
her
me.
dating a 32-year-old, I don't have an issue with that at all. I think it's just more so.
I think it's
who
weird
it
the
is.
fact that your children are grown and you're dating. To me personally, but I mean, to each their own. Again, whatever. But I can't imagine how her sons feel. Like it's just, I would take that into consideration.
Because imagine, because him and Beasley, her son and Beasley on the same team.
Teammates. They both play for the Lakers.
So imagine the practice like,
Yo,
nigga,
it's wild.
nigga, I beat your mom. Nigga, fuck out of here. Like, nigga, your mom sucked my dick. Nigga, fuck
So that's
out
the
of
thing.
here.
So let me ask you this, like,
That would hurt so bad.
right? 'Cause, I mean, he definitely probably could say some shit like that.
100% can.
As the mother, you know what I mean? Like, should she be with him being grown? You know, this is a grown professional athlete now. Is she entitled to, you know, giving him that much respect to where like this person right here will be off limits just strictly because of you? Or
To me personally, I just feel like you have to watch everything you do when you have kids. It doesn't like just because it's going to affect them, and that's what should matter to you. Like you said, his teammate can say,
some flagrant shit.
"Man." So no, does she owe him that? And I guess not. But to me personally, it's just whack.
It was another story that I seen out there too, where they were saying that they think that she should drop the Pippen last name. Like
They asked her if she would drop it to get if her and Jordan got married. She said she would drop it, but they're on the show. We're making fun of her like you would not be anybody without Pippen. So go back to your maiden name.
Was there any backstory on how she met Marcus, like, or how they started dating? I already know how she met him, but is there any backstory on how they entertained it to even be like, she didn't get up?
Well, they acted like they were friends for a long time before they actually said they were dating. So
Probably running in the same circles, that Hollywood circle, like you said.
yeah,
Should be different out there. It should be weird. If I'm Marcus, like, for me, it would be a no-go. Like, I wouldn't even, like, now, when I might pop her on a low, yeah.
Right, because like you said, they wasn't around each other, but Marcus is definitely around Scotty.
100%.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I just don't think.
So he probably called him, you know,
Yeah.
some shit.
Well, you know, Scotty for the last 6 to 8 years, you know, he's been on the slandering campaign of Mike, you know, so it was a story out there being floated around that, you know, Mike gave us the green light, you know what I mean, kind of like getting back at Scotty. But again, this could just be me, being biased. Like, I don't think Mike did that. Like, I don't think Mike is on board with this at all. You know what I mean? I really don't. But I'm looking at Marcus funny. Like, I'm like, how?
It's
Why?
just like a lack of loyalty on all angles to me personally. And I mean, I guess maybe they don't owe anybody loyalty, but I just like can't imagine being married to somebody for that long, having multiple kids with them, and being this embarrassing.
Yeah, because that's all it is embarrassing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that'd be my biggest thing. Like, just don't embarrass me.
That's
man.
my biggest. I don't ever want to be embarrassing to somebody. I don't want to be embarrassing to myself.
Yeah.
Like, that's just.
Embarrassment, that might be one of the most critical things. Like it's hard to come back from that. Like,
100%.
nah, like I remember how you just disregarded me. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, embarrassment is a lot, bro.
it's a lot. So we'll keep our eye on it. Again, like I think Larsa's kind of out of not kind of, she is out of pocket, and she ain't even that cold. Like, you know what I mean? From what I've seen, you know what I mean? Like, she's nice looking, but like it ain't.
It's just denying she got any work done for me. It just blows my mind. Like, have y'all seen her from? Well, you probably don't even know season 1 of Real Housewives of Miami, but the difference is like
Night and day.
you've never seen her.
I'm curious to see it.
Let me show you.
She look like all of them, right? Like the Kardashian, like
No, currently, yeah. She was
yeah,
the
no,
same
currently,
doctor.
like she looks like I don't know, man. Mike, yeah, Mike got to step in, man.
If I was Mike, I
love
probably
the
would.
boys, man. I love the
Probably
90s
would.
boys.
Like, man, not only are you making a mockery of yourself, but right now you got us all looking. That's her right there. She kind of look like Eva Longoria.
She was not. I mean, she was pretty, but no, you can't deny the fact that she got
That's
work.
like she don't even look like the. Huh?
You beat.
Absolutely, Joe.
Like she looks nothing like what she looks like now, though. And I'm not saying she was
She
ugly
look good
before.
for
Definitely,
50.
yeah. This is when she was like 30.
Oh, okay. I was to say
She
30.
does look good for 50. When you get work done, you better look good for whatever age you are.
Especially with the money they got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got to cut the shit out though, man. Like the shit, like the publicity.
Just
stuff
change
that
the last
people-
name. Like nobody would give a fuck.
But she won't be. That's her. That's the biggest thing on the
Right,
Housewives.
that's the money. That's
Is
the
she
breadwinner
won't be
for her.
anybody without her last. She will now because but
That's almost like what's the name?
Lori Harvey.
this and she swears she didn't get her body done. Like has said it on every
cheeks
reunion
on the
show.
right is heavy.
Yeah, they cheeky.
Yeah, I don't. Her job isn't the best to me.
God bless her.
Still
and,
in some
and Marcus.
still in some fuck shit news.
That nigga can hoop for shit.
Who Marcus?
Yeah.
Listen,
He
with
was
their
trash.
dad being the GOAT like that, like it wasn't in the cards for them to be good.
No.
Shout out to my nigga Terry. He hold that against Mike every day. Like his sons is weak as fuck. Bron's kids is all American. I'm like, man, everybody ain't gonna get it, man. Like, you know,
Bronny bought that. They bought that All American tag, but you know, it is what it is.
You look good out there though.
yeah, I ain't gonna front. Like Bronny's improvement is huge. Like you can definitely see the improvement in his game. I'm not going to scream foul on the McDonald's All-American selection. Like he's a name, you know what I mean? It's almost like you gotta have him in the game, right? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
And I think
I mean, what's a fucking anything All Star related without a James? You know what I'm saying? Past 20 years.
I think once they tip it off, you know, for the McDonald's All-American, I think he is going to show out that weekend. I think he got a lot to prove.
He decide where he gonna go.
I think Bronny is going straight to the league. Like something's going to
He
happen.
ain't gonna stretch the league. He needs to go play college ball, but it won't be Ohio State.
You think
I didn't
Oregon
think
or
that.
USC?
Or UCLA. UCLA got me too.
You see Amari Bailey out there, man. He had a huge shot. Like that should have put them into the Elite Eight when they played against Gonzaga.
Yeah.
He was balling. He had 18 in that game. Bailey, the kid that was
Drake was dating his mom.
messing with his mom. He was the dog on Sierra Canyon last year. Hit a huge shot that should have won the game for UCLA.
That kid got hella confidence in his game.
What happened?
So he got hella confidence in his game.
Yeah, I like his game. He's probably gonna be a one and done. I could see him heading to the league because he had a great
If
tournament.
Bryce is, I'm sure he is.
Bryce, from O State. Yeah, I wish he would stay one more year, man.
He needs to.
Yeah.
He didn't hire an agent.
Still in.
They got him ranked 18.
Oh, he ranked 18.
Mm.
If I'm not top 10, I would reconsider. Cause 18, man, you can fuck around and slip to the second round.
Fuck around.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck around and get them first round checks too.
Yeah,
You ain't get no NIL bag like that.
absolutely. 6'9". 6'9". We seen the video by now.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it?
Oh,
I
I've
haven't
seen
seen
it.
the actual assault. They said
I
that.
didn't see the assault. I just saw the aftermath.
Yeah, I saw
Him
the
walking
after.
around.
Yeah,
puffing.
him talking
I
about
think
y'all
the video's
niggas
out,
jumped me. He looked crazy. The nigga got the Montclair on with some Daisy Dukes. Like he
That's
was
a fact.
working out and like I don't know. Like look, the optics of it looked insane. But for those that don't know, 6ix9ine, famous rapper turned snitch, federal informant. Was this in Florida where this took place? I believe this was Florida.
I think so.
He was at a Planet Fitness or LA Fitness in,
Definitely was at a Planet Fitness
in
eating
Florida
pizza.
with no security.
Yeah,
I guess it would look kind of weird to have security sending nuts
not when you're 6'9".
to the treadmill.
Nah, it definitely would look weird.
You would
but
think that I could go to the gym and be
6'9".
clean.
I feel like everybody wants a piece of him.
I don't think so. Like, I think that's a false narrative. Like, because we're going to get back to the 6ix9ine story, but I want to go there with what you're saying. Like, what would be the reason that if he didn't tell or if he didn't directly affect whoever, like, I don't understand why niggas, like,
I don't
did he
know.
violate the code? Yes. But am I upholding it? No. Like, I'm not. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't
I'm
give
not
a
going
fuck
to
who
see
he
6ix9ine like, nigga, you put the whole Treyway in jail. Like, now you got to see me about
Treyway.
that. Like, you know what I mean?
Like,
Like,
they beat his ass.
oh, so you can see the video?
Yeah.
Now, at first, I was thinking it was staged. So, but
A lot of niggas thought that, man. A lot of people hit me like, this shit fake.
So you looking at the video? It's not
I'm
staged.
about to show it to y'all that this is kick in the ribs.
He got beat up by some essays too. Look
Yeah,
like some Latin Kings. Yeah.
Ooh.
Ladies and
Why everybody think everything fake is staged, man?
With Scotch, you gotta think that.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
Buddy. Stage?
It might be staged. Like they ain't really putting a pause on them like I would
Nigga,
think.
I feel like after the one guy staged that whole incident,
Jussie Smollett.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
you never know what a nigga.
you never
go.
know.
Me, I wouldn't sign up for anything to where I gotta actually get fucked up. But again, 6ix9ine is a different type of dude. Like we know he will do anything to go viral, to be relevant. You know what I mean? To get some clicks. Because I mean that's what he's a metric driven artist. You know what I mean? Where it's all about the numbers, and I'm pretty sure, you know, that they figured out a way that they can capitalize off of this as far as, you know, people coming to it and seeing it. Why is 6ix9ine still such a trendy thing, or like why? Because I saw him at the World Cup, the baseball thing where the Mexico was playing against somebody, and he got drunk out of his mind. They threw him out the game, and again, like that's why I said I was thinking that might be staged because he's always looking for a moment to go viral. But what is it with 6ix9ine still like that they still? Because I kind of think Gunna done kind of got low and quiet. You know what I mean? I know he ain't doing the goofy shit like 6ix9ine, but it's like 6ix9ine. Like this is gonna be carried on with him until what? Till he passes?
Because he makes it that way, I feel
Yeah,
like.
and with hip hop being the biggest genre of music in the world, right? So headlines can't wait to put rapper such and such. You know what I'm saying? So with 6ix9ine, it's like the common nigga don't give a fuck about 6ix9ine getting beat up. You know what I'm saying? But the media outlets love to put rapper, you know, such and such, or rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine, or you know, because it's always going to drive traffic to their sites. So that's why motherfuckers still care. Like you said, like if I seen 6ix9ine in the goddamn gym, I wouldn't give a fuck. Like I ain't approaching a nigga, or I don't give a fuck. Like you ain't snitch on me, nigga.
What do we think about the niggas that's trying to uphold that, you know, that, you know, the rules of the game? Like, cause them niggas just
Go back to New York, nigga.
they just ruin. I ain't gonna say they ruin their life, but if charges get, you know, brought up on them, like niggas is gonna look. They looking at a couple years, you know, just to say you beat up 6ix9ine.
Just to say
Now you done lost your career, you done lost your job,
Yeah, and
everything.
the niggas that really want to beat up 6ix9ine to kill him ain't gonna come help you out, nigga.
Right.
They
You
don't
know,
give a fuck
like-
who you are. Like,
And 6ix9ine is still gonna be 6ix9ine after this. That's my whole thing. It's like his legend just
niggas love
grows.
clout so much, bro. They'd do some dumb shit just to be like, I did it.
Like if they did a case study on him, man, he's one of the few. Like if the only one, it don't matter what happens. Like he gets bigger as a person. You know what I mean? Like this whole shit that they thought was gonna be the end of him. Like this nigga told on the whole organization, came home. And was up way more than what he was before he went in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now his music ain't connected. You know what I mean? But who gives a fuck if the music ain't connected if the checks is still clear?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Those checks are still clean.
6ix9ine.
I don't think his checks are still clean.
You don't think so?
I think that's just part of the issue. The issue is that he couldn't come back out and recapture his fan base.
Right.
So after a while, you know, it's cool. You got money up front. They still got the bag behind you. You can pay for as much security as you would ever want. All of a sudden, you down in Florida, cheap real estate, and you just in the gym and you ain't got nobody with you. Tekashi should never have nobody with him.
God bless that
But
boy.
he ain't getting no. I mean, like, what? He ain't got no charting songs or like. He ain't doing no shows.
Yeah, not
How's
that I
he get
know
money?
of. I don't know. You know, what I mean, only thing I see is the videos of the fucking 30 and 40 Birkins giving them out and shit like that. Like that'd be the shit that I see.
They got the drop on them. They got the video of them.
Walking into the gym. Yeah, I saw that. Like nigga didn't even stop at the desk and sign in. Like I'm a guest. So I don't know. You know, since not getting his ass whooped, like you know, I know it's a pocket of niggas that celebrate it, that's happy about it. Like me, yeah, it is what it is.
I wonder
I
what.
care less.
I wonder what Arnett's best friend thought of it. Act.
Oh, I mean, you know, Ack doing his job, he posting about it like crazy. You know what I mean? Ack is one of them ones, like, he got his finger on all that shit that's going on in that area of hip-hop. Like, it'd be a lot of shit that, you know, I'm like, how do you even know these niggas? Like, that's where Ack picks. That's why Ack is who he is, you know what I mean? Because he's tapped in with that whole demographic of artists that we don't know a thing about. You
That's
know
a
what I mean? Also, something else that I wanted to speak on. I've been seeing this. Wanted to know how y'all felt about it. If y'all think there's any truth to it. Been ongoing, you know, for the last 3 years maybe now. Donald Trump, former president of the United States. I see now where they're saying that he's facing jail time. Some charges, I guess, have been brought up on him. I guess in regards to the Stormy Daniels situation, maybe like of all people, like this is the charges that they bring up. But they are saying that I guess back in New York, he is looking at some serious charges here and that some jail time. Me and my mom, you know, we go back and forth about this periodically, and I tell him like, you know, I really think Trump is, you know, like once he reached the highest level, you know, of office of being the president, like. I think it, and not just him, but I think for the most part, anybody, like, you damn near Teflon, like, you know what I mean? Like, and I think he knows that, like, because it's just too much shit that you would have thought, I mean, if y'all was going to lock him up, it would have happened by now, you know what I mean? Like, but what's your thoughts on this right now where they're trying to, you know, sell it to us? And I think it's all clickbait, you know what I mean? Shit that they trying to do. I done got to where I don't fall for it as much anymore now. You know what I mean? Like I see it and I'll jot it down, you know, just for conversational pieces for the show or whatnot. But I don't really necessarily give a fuck. You know, more 6ix9ine. Like, I mean, whatever they do with them, they do with them. You know, like it is what it is. But what's your thoughts on Trump and this whole situation?
I'm with you. I think Trump low key untouchable, man. I feel like. This nigga, he does whatever the fuck he want, and he did whatever the fuck he want, and really ain't got no trouble for it. Oh, banned from Twitter, like that's the most trouble.
And I think he's back now, right? Is he back on Twitter?
Yep.
Yeah.
Is he?
And Instagram. Yeah. He doesn't use it. He has his own social site.
Oh, he did start his own social site. So yeah, I don't think shit gonna happen to Donald Trump, man. He's just gonna die a rich old racist white man that fucked the system.
It's almost like it's just content at this point.
That's what it seems like, and
this indictment has been pending for the past week and a half, maybe. People have been on Twitter talking about something. Today's gonna be the day they're gonna arrest Donald Trump, and it's almost like who gives a fuck at this point? Like it's just content. It's almost like it's scripted. Like it comes off as scripted content.
And it's sad that you know the highest political office in our country is being used as content. Like that shit, like y'all ain't got nothing more important than like this is what we doing right now, man.
Stormy fucking Daniels.
I remember when she came here to Columbus.
Definitely remember when she was here.
Cyrus up there on
161.
Yeah, or Cleveland.
Cleveland 161.
That's wild. Like I don't know.
Fuck Donald Trump and Stormy Daniels.
Basically, you know, that's how you feel. What's your thoughts?
I don't have any thoughts on that one because if you know me, you know where I stand. So
where you stand? If you, I don't.
I'm a Trump supporter personally.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't have too much to say on.
I ain't know you fuck with Trump.
I do. I don't have too much. If you pay attention to my Instagram, you know.
I'm on Instagram every day. I've never seen this before.
There's something on there now.
Is this like last week? Like that ain't Ninja Turtles. Like we ain't looking for that type of content.
Maybe that's.
You know, that might be it.
Yeah, I definitely ain't seen no Trump shit.
Yep. So,
See when you get
I
dressed
don't
up.
have too much to say.
These are your close friends. That we
No,
know.
absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely
I didn't
not.
know. I mean, I had absolutely no clue you was a Trump supporter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did not start out that way, but
If you don't mind me asking, and again,
I knew you won't with that.
yeah, I mean it's COE, right? Content of everything. If this is too personal, cool. Like we can get up out of it. Like, what made you be a Trump supporter? Like, is it the views or like what is it?
Or you just don't fuck with Biden?
well, it's a bunch of things altogether. Honestly,
Okay, look, I'm getting the vibe. Like, let's just get up out of it.
because I just people come for me every day over it. So.
Oh, wow.
Do they?
Absolutely.
I mean, your views is your
But
views.
my
and-
I
thing
don't give
is
a fuck.
like everybody was so. First of all, Trump was a Democrat at one point. Second of all, he said it in an interview. If I
They love
run
me.
for president, I'm gonna go for the majority. So I'm, unfortunately, that is. But I don't think you can be a racist. And before he was president, he was in every rap song. He was at multiple.
I don't mean he's not a racist.
I don't think he's a racist. I think he's a classist for sure. I don't think he likes poor people, but I don't think he's a racist.
I think all white people got racism in them a little bit, but that's just me.
That's weird, but I mean that's your opinion.
I grew up in Newark. I mean, shit, I seen that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trav, with your upbringing out there, like you probably did see a slightly different, because that's where a lot of the pandering of, elections, they go towards places like that. Not necessarily, like Newark is not as,
Being a mixed person, I've never really dealt with anything from white people. I always deal with stuff from black people.
Yeah.
And not to say that they're racist for that, but it's like,
Nah.
I've never dealt with anything. And I grew up in Heath and Croton and all out there. My dad lived out there my whole life.
Shit, growing up
So,
in Newark. I mean, we lived out east.
But we just have different experiences.
Yeah, absolutely. Like,
So, Lex, you're saying that you never had that experience as far as like.
I've never had an experience towards myself
so
from white people. I get it almost every day from black people.
Would you call that? I think when it with it coming from black people though, is that more?
Well, according to black people cannot be racist.
like-
So therefore,
Like prejudice?
yeah, I guess, yeah.
How y'all feel about that? Is that y'all think that's valid? Like, can black people be racist?
absolutely.
Oh yeah, black people are a lot of times racist against black people.
Yes, black people hate black people.
So yeah, I think it's that.
I don't think the country care about that though. Like,
They
black
don't,
people hate
and black people don't care about that. But black people hate black people more than white people, or just as much.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Just as much. Just as much. From what I experienced.
Get somewhere. Well, okay. Well, listen.
That's how I feel. I've always felt
I'm
that
gonna
way.
change the subject. My beloved just said she's a Trump supporter. Then double back to, I only got racism from black people. It's not like I don't know.
I didn't say I got racism from black people.
Well, you get comments.
Yeah, I get more. Yeah, I do.
Do you think it's because you're more culturally? Do you feel like you're culturally black?
I feel like I'm everywhere. Like, I don't feel like I'm culture. I feel like I'm literally a mixed person. Like, I feel like I'm gonna go to the country concert and be with the white people, and I'm also gonna go to the most ratchet place in America and kick it. Like, I don't feel like I literally feel like, and black people and white people make it so hard. It's like when you're mixed, you have to choose one or the other. Like, I'm mixed. Like, I'm literally both. Like, that's just what it is. And I understand the 1% rule, but I just don't feel like that applies to me. My mom is white, my dad is black. That just is what it is. And I do all different types of things. And yeah, so I don't feel like I'm culturally really more one or the other.
That's interesting.
I agree with you. As somebody who's been cool with you for years, I think that like you'll post fucking Tennessee whiskey one day and then post
That's a fucking hit.
Yeah, I mean, but I'll post something that wouldn't be a hit to most people.
That's what I think.
Yeah,
She posts regular like all the
I
daily.
I don't know this nigga since she was like 16.
yeah. So I just don't. Yeah, I don't feel like I'm more one or the other.
I want to use that example that you gave where you said you can go to a country concert and fit right in and it be no issues. See, I think for you, like for one, with you being a woman, two, with you being lighter skin, like it would be more
acceptable. Is that what you want to say?
I don't necessarily want to say acceptable, but that is the word. Whereas, like, say I come up in there. Now, I'm not expecting, niggas is, stone me or nothing like that, but it's just going to be.
If you go down to Texas and you go to a country bar, it's white people, Mexican people, black people, every race, and they all just kick it and are accepted, and like it's not anything weird. The white clubs, it's black people, like it's just. I don't know if it's like a here thing or.
Well, Ohio is a racist state. Are we in agreement with that? Like Ohio being a racist state?
I don't feel like the major cities, but obviously when you go outside,
cities. Right? Yeah,
it's country town.
Sounds like America.
Yeah, very red state.
Yeah. Urban areas is always going to be democratic, and then your outside, your little rural areas is going to be. That's the problem. It's
there's no mixing of it. It's almost like what is it? Water and vinegar, or oil and vinegar, where they say it don't mix, right? And for whatever reason, you know what I mean? Like it's rooted somewhere. Like it had like I went to a school out in Urbana, you know what I mean, and I seen it firsthand out there. You know what I mean? When niggas wasn't hooping, you know what I mean? It was being looked at like, who is these niggas? Yeah. Like, get them out to town. You know what I mean? Like,
I noticed it in the military too. Like when I had my uniform on, I wasn't a black man. I was a product. I was in the United States Army.
Right.
I would go in some spots and it would be like the utmost respect. And then I would go back in there, as Strav Dave, and it'd be like, the fuck? Like, nigga, you don't belong in here.
Right.
Why you me?
And like you said, our upbringings is probably crazy different, but like growing up in Newark, like hell yeah, we felt like it was definitely
not as mixed as it is now.
It was definitely classism because you realize like, oh shit, like it was poor white people and poor black people, but then once you got to middle school and you start running around with white people that have money, and we would go over their family's house, they would look at like, the fuck is y'all doing here? And as kids, we just like, that's my friend. Like, but we could see it in their parents' eyes. Right. Like, or, my dad don't really want y'all to come back around. Like,
I just never, like, obviously half of my family is white. I never, like, my family, I just grew up, like, you don't not, just like I said earlier, like, with my mom telling me about gay people, like, you don't not like people for stupid stuff. You don't like people because of their character or because of whatever. You don't not like people because of things that they can't control. Like, that's not, and my whole family is like that. So, and going to Reynoldsburg, it was so diverse, and I've talked to all of my friends that grew up in Reynoldsburg, and like, we all pretty much feel the same. Like, we all know all different types of music. We all hung out with like each other. Like, it was never, we never looked at each other and was like, I don't want to be your friend because you're XYZ, or we just didn't grow up like that.
How do you see Reynoldsburg?
Like now or then? When I went there?
I say now.
Now?
Now in comparison to back then. Yeah.
So like East High?
Yeah, it's definitely, it's not as, I don't know. It's not what it used to be, for sure.
Really? What you say? Like, I'm just trying to understand, because I've worked in Reynoldsburg.
So when it was my junior year, our levy failed. And they put like a bunch of, but they put a bunch of Section 8 housing in Reynoldsburg. So I didn't Reynoldsburg was very diverse, but it was just always normal. My junior and senior year, people were like shooting and like doing like crazy stuff.
Really?
That like, we were like, what? So my niece goes there now. Somebody had a gun in there a couple weeks ago. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's,
Yeah.
One more question, and then we'll get up off of that. I did have a question for you, Lex. Have you lost like friendships like behind your political stance or nothing?
No, because I'm not like I am Trump. You have to believe what I believe, and like I'm very much so me and whoever can sit and have a conversation about it. And like I'm never gonna hate you for what you believe. I like to hear what other people believe, and like, my friends all know where I stand, and half of them don't stand where I stand, you know? And it's just like...
I mean, I only ask because, like, the Trump topic is so divisive, you know what I mean? Like, and it's almost like, my thoughts on it is that, you know, Trump is almost, not he's single-handedly responsible for it, but I kind of see him, you know, the wedge or the division of the country. Not, again, I don't want to place that solely on him, but I'm thinking like he helped push the agenda to keep
I don't think you're wrong.
divided.
I don't
you
think
know
you're
what I mean?
wrong.
Like,
But he also said in an interview, I feel like I watched it on Netflix or something, like, if I become president, I'm not going to be Democrat anymore. I'm going to run Republican, and I'm going to try to get basically all of the dickhead white people votes, like, because that's the majority of the country. So
I think Trump is the ultimate con man, and his fucking con worked. And I'm sure he was just as surprised that he
it was
became
a joke at
president
first, like, he
as
wasn't-
anybody else in the world.
Right.
And he was like, yo, I'm going to run it the way I fucking
Yeah.
see in my mind. And, you know, if you poor, like, I don't fuck with you. But
to be honest,
I can pander to you.
yeah. The main reason is I just feel like
I just feel like he's a con man.
when
That's
I
all so.
like became an adult and was like, I'm liberal, like that's what I started out as, and I feel like being liberal has gone, it's like so weird anymore. Like you can't offend people. Like everybody's just
Yeah, that's a little too much.
and I just feel like that's a big part of being a liberal right now, and it just really bothers me. And that was one of the reasons which
Yeah. I understand.
switched me over. To be completely honest with you.
Is it because, like I said in the beginning, or maybe it was on Patreon, the pendulum swings
Yes.
too far. It's like we can never
Just
be in
be
the
like
middle.
this. Yeah.
It's always we got to be super this way or super the other way.
Yeah.
And in reality, life doesn't really work like that. Trump doesn't really bother me, to be honest with you. The thing that bothers me about Trump is that he's too immature to have power. That's how I feel. Other than that, I really don't give a damn. But he just the way he acted and that caused the riot and whatnot. I feel like that's just he's too irresponsible to have that type of power. But
Because he's just nobody's back. He doesn't have to listen to anybody. So it's like I'm gonna do what I want to do because nobody's endorsing me. I'm doing all this on my. Nobody's gonna tell me what to do because I'm doing this by myself.
Yeah, for sure. And he did it, like you said, he did it on his own. So he has that type of, confidence to be like, all right, well, I ain't gotta fuck with none of y'all because none of y'all really believe or help me do this. And now, I feel like Trump also exposed a lot of the fuck shit with politicians. Because it was like, y'all would have never fucked with him before, but now y'all see it's the move.
Right.
Like,
Now they
he's the
all
stimulus, he's the Republican stimulus package. And so it's like, people are literally just aligning with him just to get the look.
Yeah.
And that's
Do y'all think he'll get the nomination for the Republican Party? Or DeSantis maybe out of
I think DeSantis is their Republican star. Is that the one in Florida?
Florida.
Yeah. I think he's a star for them.
He's great. He's under Trump right now, percentage wise.
Yeah, Trump do have the popular or the most.
I don't believe in no polls. Just for the record, like any of these straw polls they do before, they always seem very off.
And it's so early.
Yeah. But I mean, he could. It just depends on. I think the last election kind of showed that people were getting kind of fed up with Trump, and even with the midterms, didn't go the way
lost a lot of his people.
Yeah, like the Republicans didn't. It didn't go the way they thought it was.
I think people are so fed up
Fed up
right now with
with
this
all of it.
inflation and all this crazy stuff that I don't know.
Listen, it affects me directly. It affects my life. Y'all
Yeah.
came in, I was on a call, right, with a client. It's like interest rates was
They're
2.5% in my world, and everybody was rich. And even now, like not to get too far into it, like think about this. During COVID, banks operate off of using money that people deposit to invest and make money off of. So during COVID, the deposits were through the roof.
Yeah.
It was so much money in the banks. Think about even us as a podcast, how much money we had at one time. Just sitting there, right? And now it's not the case. Now with inflation, everybody's back to struggling. And so, rates are...
It's at like 7% right now.
Yeah, that's a fact. They come down a little bit now. I think I was at high fives last week, but I do have some products at 7.6.
Yeah. It's insane.
Yeah, and that's going to add $500 to your mortgage payment. So
That's nuts.
Yeah.
easy. Like even with and congrats. I don't even want I'm gonna leave it on because I don't know if you want to put one out there like that. But we had a a friend of ours who closed on a house, and I had to tell them up front, like, hey, when we refinance this in a year or two, your payment's gonna be $600 cheaper. And that's just the truth of the matter.
It's wild.
Super, super wild, man. Like I don't know. I said on
I understand where Alexa's coming from, because sometimes the pendulum just be swinging so crazy.
It just went too far for me personally.
Yeah.
And I mean, she right. You can't have an opinion on shit without.
I like that. I like it. I actually love, because I love the conversation, man. I love.
Right, and that's all it should be, is a conversation. Like,
It's not anymore though. Like it used to be. Like when my mom was, she says it all the time. Like it didn't matter. Like you could be married and be a Republican and a Democrat. It just recently started being like. Super
one
like
or the other.
like, and if you can't be friends with people that are the opposite of you, you can't like talk about it with people because it's like.
I think both parties is on some fuck shit.
No, 100%.
I don't care about either party.
They both was some fuck shit.
I think the only thing, like, the amount of money you makes you a Republican, right? Like,
not even necessarily that. Like, listen, I'm gonna keep it a buck, and this may sound ignorant. Like, the only reason why I've even been voting Democrat, these past few elections is because I've hated, not necessarily programming. It was just.
that would program for me.
I mean, black people.
I don't know none of that shit.
Well, no, I mean, like, I
don't
just
care about that.
I hated some of the shit that I was just seeing for myself, as far as like the representation of, some of these political candidates, and them, I'm like, if that's what they're saying is what a Republican is, like, then I don't want to vote for that. Just strictly off of morals and integrity of myself and what I see or what's put out there. That's not to say that all of them are bad.
First.
You know what I mean? All of them, got bad stances or, political views. But it was like the ones that's being put on the pedestal. Even what's the guy down in Texas? Is it Cruz? Like the people that they push in our face, and even is her name Marjorie? She's one of the ones, like, she's terrible. Like, you know what I mean? Huh?
Blonde?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly what
Like, the shit that she just be spitting out of her mouth and saying, it's like...
It's almost unreal. Some of the stuff you'll see from Republicans, I call them, like Kendrick said, they call them Democrats, Crips, and Republicans, right? Because it's literally what it is. It's Bloods and Crips. It's literally red and blue. Like, that's what it is. And some of the stuff you'll hear from Republican candidates, you'll be like, this is not real. This is not real. Like, this can't be what they really said. And then you'll see the video and be like, that's what they really said.
And Democrats too, again, like, I ain't,
sure.
and I guess for me, like, it when it comes to that, then it just turns into the lesser of two evils. Or what I deem, the lesser of two, even though I know that's a bad way to approach it. But
I feel like that's how people voted this last time with Joe Biden and Trump. I heard so many people say, I got to pick the lesser of two evils to them.
It's been like that last past couple years. It's been like that since Obama.
Yeah.
Because they didn't really love Hillary. But they was
Like,
my mom couldn't stand Obama and made me sign me out of school to make me go watch the inauguration because it was just so, obviously monumental. But yeah.
I was at the inauguration.
Politics, man.
In DC, yeah.
You were there? That's dope.
Super divisive, man, the politics. Like, I hate it, the way that it's being used, But it is what it is. I don't see the shit changing up. Like, do y'all see, like, it's gotten worse. Like, this shit is
that shit definitely ain't changing up, bro.
It's like reality TV now.
I'm so, like, not with the shits anymore. I don't even really be wanting to vote. That's how honestly I'm feeling. Like, period. Like,
me and my mom argue about it because she like, what you mean you ain't going? I'm like, I don't give a fuck about it no more.
I just don't.
Like, I'm fed up with it. You know what I mean? And that's, people like my mom and even going back to generations before hers, it's like, they be so mind blown when you say something like that because of the plight that they had to go through
just to
be
get
able
a
to
vote.
get it. You know what I mean? So I get it and I understand it and I try to respect it. You know what I mean? But it's like,
not to mention with all this like mail-in and like blowing up mailboxes and like it's just
nuts,
like
bro.
it's like you really don't know who if your vote like it's just crazy.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. It almost feels like the decision has already been made.
Yeah.
On who's going to do what, when they're going to do it, how they're going to do it. What we doing is just pretty much an exercise. You know
So
what I mean?
do y'all feel like the I forget, I was watching somebody, I think our boy was on Breakfast Club. What's his name, man? He owns a black news network. Small. Man, You know what I'm
What that nigga name is?
him and Dr. Umar was on his show going crazy at each other.
Dr. Umar, man.
Is it Roland?
That nigga still around? Roland Moore?
You talking about light-skinned dude?
Roland Martin.
Roland Martin.
Roland
yeah.
Martin. I call nigga Roland Moore.
I didn't know he owned the network.
Yeah. That's his network. He owns that. Like that's his. It's a
Nigga named Roland.
I thought he worked for CNN, or I thought he was an independent.
He was working for CNN back then. But he went like independent like 8 years ago.
Okay.
He does really well. I feel
Nigga
like
like
he
Sweet.
trying to make.
He said some shit like that.
Nigga look soft.
Oh, he's precious.
Sebastian.
Let's get out of politics, man.
Fuck these politics, man.
Yes, I appreciate you sharing that with us. That was dope for you to share that, so thank you. I do want to talk about college basketball. I know not even basketball, just college sports, period. It is NCAA March Madness tournament time. But what I noticed was like the changing of the guard in basketball. NIL, with it being, such a dominant force, and even the transfer portal was taking place. What I noticed when I said changing of the old guard was like how they getting these older cats up out of here. Like cats that can't just, be the face of the program and dictate so many things like Coach K or Jim Boeheim just retiring. You know what I mean? And they said a lot of it has to do with because these is lifer coaches, like niggas that are sitting at them seats forever. But because the players start to demand and take the power back, you know what I mean? These coaches is getting up out of there like, fuck it, like, because I can't necessarily control this player. I can't control the whole program now. Now I got a player, even with the kid in Alabama, you know what I mean? He a lottery pick, you know what I mean? He just bought a gun, even though he didn't do nothing wrong. He brought a gun that was used to murder, a former teammate and a student at the school, and he was on the court that same night, 30 points. You know what I mean?
So I think the story is that he gave it to a teammate, and the teammate went and murdered a woman who didn't want to holler at him.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is insane. But yeah,
These niggas is nuts.
he didn't play that night, but he was suspended for a little while. But he ended up coming back, and people, in the world that we keep talking about, it's like, why would you bring him back? It's like he could never play again. That's how most people are trying to play it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like with college sports right now, this is a very unique time where NIL is going so crazy, but it's like the gold rush for NIL, right? And these companies gonna have to smarten up eventually because they're just giving out these bags for people just to come to their school, and it don't make financial sense. Like there's no return on this money. And if the guy takes 400 bands from you or 7 million from you, right, and then he decides to transfer the next year, there's nothing that you can do about it. And eventually, that ain't how the money work in the United States of America. That's just gonna get nipped in the bud. Eventually, like, nah, we ain't doing that. Like, you got.
That's in basketball. It seems like they wasting money.
Well, I think basketball, like we're starting to see, a slight change. I think football it's just so different. You know what I mean? But
Football's where the money is.
Football is definitely where it drives everything for the university. But what I'm noticing in basketball, the power was always with, the head coaches. And like I said, when you got Coach K up out of there, Jay Wright from Villanova is up out of there, Jim Boeheim just got up out of there. I mean, you got, who did I write down? It's only a couple of them guys left. You got Bob Huggins still holding on, Tom Izzo.
He almost done.
He almost done. You know what I
Carolina
mean?
either, right? Carolina's coach is gone.
Yeah, Roy Williams. He been
Roy
there for a
Williams,
couple years, and Hubert Davis. They need to get his ass up.
Yeah, he fucking sucks.
But I'm happy for it. Like I like seeing, the power being with the players in college basketball. Like I'm not saying I want them to run amok with it, but I do feel like for the longest, like it looked like the foundation for sports period in the United States was just built off of the same blueprint of slavery. Like we got these, you know what I mean? Like
Exactly what it is.
and now it's kind of feeling like, it's starting to tilt back to where like, hold the fuck up. Like, we're the talent. You know what I mean? Just like we was the labor back in the day. You know what I mean? It's like, but
We
now
built this city.
niggas are starting to realize like, hold up, don't shit go down unless I perform. You know what I mean? So I'm happy to see, these players getting into this position, and I'm also happy to see this old guard kind of being phased out of basketball. I talk about that all the time. Like, I just be looking like, even with the referees and shit, like you got all these old ass referees, like you got to get these old motherfuckers. And I hate to sound like that person saying that the old people should be
Because you're an old
included.
nigga.
No, but I don't want the old people in. When it comes to shit like that, like basketball, football, any of them sports,
Music.
like, why would you have a 50, 60-year-old man out there? Like, no, go get the young boy
That understand the
TikTok
game.
shape that understand today's game. You know what I mean? Like, I think that only makes sense.
Today's game is not yesterday's game.
How y'all feel about what's going on, like with college basketball and all that and everything, though? Because I did see where they said the transfer portal right now got over 2,000 kids.
But that's not good.
Yeah.
So you got some kids, like I'm talking about like Buckeyes,
Yeah.
who was with Ohio State, who then went to go transfer, and their ass is sitting in that transfer portal.
Right.
So that's the negative part about it.
So how's the portal work?
Yeah,
though?
I mean, every kid ain't gonna make it, bro. Every kid
Once
ain't
you
gonna
go
make
into
it.
the portal, like, see, my understanding is that like I'm only going into the portal when I know it's interest for me out there. Like, so you just throw your name out there and send somebody
You're a grown man.
pluck you.
You make better decisions than a 19-year-old, right?
Right.
So yeah, they going in there hoping that they are seen as better than what
That
they
somebody
are.
saw me sitting on the bench and say like, yeah, we want that one. Yeah, I don't know like that. Now that's a gamble. That's a big gamble. But I think in basketball you do have a lot more of an opportunity if you can get with one of these, Shaka Smarts or some of these other coaches out here that's able to adapt to today's game. Because I still think college basketball as a whole is struggling still with an
Fucking
identity.
sucks.
You know what I mean? Like they have to. The NBA product is so much different than the college product, and I think that's bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't follow college basketball like I did.
Shaka about to take an L too, by the way.
Is he?
Like I wish I did, man, but shit, like I ain't even watched none of the tournaments so far. That's how far removed I am. I'm
Tournament been
removed.
pretty lit though. I ain't gonna front. It's been real exciting seeing Florida Atlantic.
Yeah, I watch clips
I
on
can't blame
YouTube,
you.
but I don't have time to sit and just watch games like I once did, man.
Well, I think that's just where we at now, though. As society, like, only thing that I'm watching is really the shit that I'm locked in on. My shows that I really like. But
You still watch that
I'm
one
tripping.
show?
Shaka's at Marquette. I'm tripping.
yeah,
He was
Marquette.
at
Yeah. What you say?
You still watch that one show? Cheaters.
Oh yeah, every Saturday. Every Saturday.
So they have an endless amount of episodes.
I've seen some of the same episodes 8 times. You know what I mean? Like, they ain't even disguising it. Joey Greco, my nigga, I done seen him get stabbed on the boat. At least. I seen that episode at least.
Hey, this nigga Reese used
That
to.
boat scene wasn't real.
It what?
It wasn't real. Like
He was like, oh my god, oh my god.
Hey, this nigga.
He's in the middle of
He's
the
in the
fucking
middle of a river. Like it's like what the fuck?
in a paddle boat at that. Like,
My nigga Reese used to post his feet in motherfucking cheaters. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga, man? This nigga's bugging out.
yeah, that's the OnlyFans feed edition. It's dropping. Y'all remember what happened out in Florida? They loved
God bless it. This nigga was modeling his feet,
it.
man.
I'd be hating on me last
Were
night.
you modeling your feet?
Listen, I put the feet out there and I got a nice response to it.
He posted something yesterday. I was gonna put it as the artwork because he tried to like put like a message with it.
Oh, the with his son, like,
Now, this is where I'm going. So anytime any of us post any type of picture, we can't post pictures of ourselves.
No, you can't.
this
they
nigga
say
is
it's
the
a
master
rollout.
of this pose right here, like.
But no, he's trying to use a scenario. It's
Yeah.
like, Reese, that's not what this post is about.
That's what it was about.
What does a selfie of you have to do with this particular subject?
I was following up with what I said before that.
Oh, hold on. Give me a second. CEO Reese, here we go.
Yeah, this nigga, boy.
Hey, Lex, look at this post.
Shoot me some bells.
I'm not going to the concert, y'all. My son is 17. Don't want to cramp his style, but if you see my boy, keep an eye on him for me. Why is that picture associated with that post? It's all right. I'm sorry.
What's the post before that?
This nigga's funny, man. This nigga got his little gray shirt. He was mad because I called his
It's a
outfit
good
on.
pick, though. It's a good
He
pick.
said,
Thank you, I appreciate
It's a
it.
good
Hey, look,
pick.
that makes him happy.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
Gas him up, Lex.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Gas him up, Lex.
I appreciate that.
He said, I'm about to fuck him up with this picture.
Hey, Blaze,
You
how
are
many
stupid.
times did he take the picture before he posted it?
At least
That's,
12.
that's only one of my phone. I'll show you the camera.
How many pictures you take? How many times did you just
Hey.
Which one?
Oh, one take home, I'm really just rapping?
Throw it out there. Yeah, do what you want with that. It's out there.
You are the artwork, sir.
I can get you the clean version with no.
I'll help you out.
I bet.
Catching on.
If for the right price, I can make your shit tighter.
Where was we at, man?
Man.
Hey, shout out to real quick before we forget.
What's up?
Shout out to CEO Visions. Reese has decided.
Oh,
Woo,
yeah.
yeah.
Appreciate that, man.
Nah.
Shout out to Trav. Trav put the battery in my back on it. You know.
By the way,
what I
this is
mean?
supposed to be a cover art last week, and then she decided to go with Pablo. Just for
He gave me an option.
Things be thangin'.
Mad at that.
Pablo was a much better.
I knew she was gonna choose that. I said,
I
I knew she was
I
gonna choose.
almost threw up when you sent the first picture. Just put Pablo out there, please.
I got a couple things. First of all, yes, salute to Reese. I'm so happy he did that because my flyers be fire every damn week, bro.
You know, I got a lot of people that they was like, Reese, you doing these flyers? I'm like, yeah. They're like, and we didn't know. I'm like,
Bro, my flyers be fire every week. And trust me, some of y'all niggas done did some shit and I just be laughing like, and that's what Reese is like, niggas be taking the cheat route, be trying on their own, and I get it, but
I get it.
hey, man,
That's why I
if y'all
like
holler
how
at
we
Reese for flyers, then when your shit look like, you can get timestamp ready.
It's oh shit.
Nah, I don't even want to do it because he ain't even here. He gonna be like, all right.
I know what you're trying to say. I'm
Like,
gonna
He
find
threw it in the chat.
yeah. You want your flyers to look like that, then God bless you.
I'm gonna get them right. Yeah. So
No,
Ty-
you can't. They already put it up. I sent it today.
I'm gonna give them part. I'm gonna give them the remix.
Yeah, definitely give them don't like remix, nigga.
Yeah. So tap in with me. You know, if you want,
La 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 remix on that one.
we're gonna completely revamp it. We're gonna do
Full circle. It's all good.
Chops and Kanye, like Chops hate game. Like, that's not my drums on there. So yeah, if you want, you know, if you feeling like
Matter
you
of
need
fact-
some artwork,
On the La La remix, they say, "Excuse me, miss," because it's the remix.
That's not the reason why they call it that, because the nigga just happened to say that part on the song. That was
Nigga,
it.
that's a remix.
It's two totally different songs, Trav.
it
That's
is,
what a remix
No,
is.
it's not. It's two totally different subject matters.
Don't have to be the same subject matter to be a remix.
try to be reaching now.
Come on, Trav. Trav, come on.
It has to be the same subject matter to be a
So
remix.
give us some remixes that wasn't.
Give me a second.
Go ahead. Wait.
Let me look them up.
And trust and believe, I haven't forgot about that Crossroads. I'm gonna.
I literally played the original.
No, what you played, they called that.
I
Crossroads.
swear to God, I never in my life, in my 30 years, knew that that was the remix.
It's good because it's
Because
not.
it's not.
It is. It is.
It's not. Listen.
I can tell you what song even comes on after that. Smoking that. I can't think of the album.
I don't think it go like that.
You know what record I'm talking about, though.
The original came out in '95. The remix came out in '96.
Did you find that yet?
I got it.
I'm telling you.
We ain't
You
leaving.
can't just say it's a reach, Trav. What?
Because it's not. It's not at all.
On the docket. All right, I got a question.
All right, let me get this camera ready.
I may not be hip to this, but I've been seeing it everywhere. I've been seeing people say "fuck this," and mainly women. And Lex, you may know about this. Passport kings.
I've heard nothing of that.
So
Nothing-
explain it. I've never
Yeah.
heard it.
So I'm guessing it's when men go abroad, you know, go out the country, start dating women from over there, bring them back to the States.
I like it. I
Because
like
they
it.
conform to more of what that man wants versus what he's getting back home in the United
like it.
States.
I feel like outside of America, people are,
That's normal.
women are a lot more submissive.
I mean,
Not that there's not Americans that are not submissive. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I do feel like they want to, especially probably because they would like to, maybe come over here and see a different.
why do so many people be caring about? Kels. That's the first thing I thought of when I heard like they talking about Kels. Where's going
To America.
But why do so many people get so offended by what somebody else do? Like, do it sound crazy? Like for me, like Trav could go out the country and get him a chick, and the only thing I'm gonna be like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? Like that's you like that, cool. Like it is what it is. That's the end of the story for me. But you got a pocket of people that really be feeling like you have somebody feeling like, oh, Trav let us down by him picking somebody out the country versus like why do people give a fuck so much about what somebody is doing that's best for them?
They feel like you let the culture down, man. Fuck that. If I can give me a
still need to
flash
put the
Puerto
culture
Rican
first and
with a fat ass that can't speak English and she's submissive.
does the culture need
Fire
to
ass
be
in.
does that need to be placed like number one on the list of importance, like when we're making decisions? Like should that be
What, the culture?
should it be taken into consideration? Like
No. Fuck the culture.
Should what be taken into consideration?
just like the culture and the representation, or just the way that our perception of what people think what we supposed to do. Like you spoke earlier about you being mixed and how some people may think that you're supposed to identify as this.
Who gives a fuck?
Well, there's a lot of people that do. You know what I mean?
And they shouldn't. If you want to go to Brazil and find a girl and bring her back, who gives a fuck what
Make
the
sure
next
she
person
got a
says?
sister.
Yeah, who cares what the next person says?
I don't know
Yeah,
about
that part.
Brazil, like that's you playing with your life out there. I heard Brazil.
Wherever you go.
What you mean? They might be men.
Yeah.
Oh, they got the incurables?
I don't know. See, and that might have been a myth from back in the day that Brazil had the crazy.
They had the incurables over in Brazil.
That was the myth. You know what I mean? Like you remember the porn industry was shook up for a minute when they went Brazilian. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
remember that era.
hey, fire air.
Wow
You
era.
know what I mean?
Let's talk about it, Reese.
What?
Wild era.
What
The
is it?
Brazilian era?
Yeah.
Oh, it was going crazy.
The Brazilian what?
Listen, this is when
Women.
the fat asses was just starting to become the trend.
Oh, Brazilian butt lift type shit.
But I mean, it's a lot of stuff that's associated with it. The butt
Y'all knew
lifts,
some,
for sure.
some Brazilian hoes?
On like when you watching porn.
Oh!
You know,
My bad.
we bring
I
it
thought
to our
porn was
personal
personal.
space.
I thought it was a personal.
We're bringing the fans into our personal space.
But I'm glad Lex is here because we do talk about porn a lot, and we talk about how it's such a personal thing. And everybody got their own bag. Do you care to reveal your? Do you have a porn bag? Like, are you into porn?
Yeah, I am.
And by the way, when we talk about this, it's an extremely funny experience.
Yeah.
Like when we talk about Reese streaming porn to his TV screen. But,
Do you?
But wait, Lex, wait.
The beats on.
But still have the beats.
You know the 3D thing that you could.
Lex, he still has the
Oculus.
beats connected to the TV. It's a wild situation.
I got a 9-year-old. I got to make sure I'm.
It's on the TV already.
Don't come downstairs! Stay in your room, nigga!
Stay on that Xbox. Hey, 500 for that. Stay on that.
Oh shit!
Text me if you need me. It should be coming
No
across the TV.
Robux. For nothing.
Daddy, can you bring me some juice?
Oh my god,
Right.
that is hilarious.
Nigga, you done ruined
This
that money
is so funny,
shot.
too. He sent me a picture of some Jordan 1s that he got today. And they were some Jordan 1 mids. But I had to gas him. So I sent back 8 fire emojis. He was like, yup. They was some Laker 1s though. I'm like, man, get them weak ass. I wanted to like get them weak ass ones of mine. This is my baby. I can't crush
Can't
him
do it
like
like
that.
that. Can't do that. You can't do that, man. Yup.
Yup.
Yeah. Well, what's your bag,
Yeah, so
Lex?
what's your bag?
I'm interracial.
Makes sense.
So
are you
With that being black man and
so you like
Black.com. Give me some. Give me some.
hey, listen.
100%.
They love black so much. They say,
I love it.
black
Black is my
love.
shit.
That's all I want.
That's all I really watch.
what do you love about it?
I really watch too.
Because they say The cinematography is
incredible.
elite.
It's elite.
Nigga.
First of all, I like it.
That shit like a Marvel movie,
12 and a
nigga.
half minutes. It's not too
Yeah,
long.
yeah,
It's not
just
too
enough to get
short.
you-
minutes.
Yeah, it's cool.
Instead of using the X-Men cameras.
Shit is Avengers, nigga. Shit like Avengers, Marvel Studios made fucking black, nigga.
Yeah,
I found a new one. Well, my homegirl sent me a new one.
Now it's homegirl.
Slade.
You just come right at me.
Have you ever watched
What is
Slade?
it?
Well, I don't know if you.
Slade?
Yeah, like the woman on woman.
No. I'll do a threesome situation.
That
I
shit
don't
go
personally
crazy.
like
Slade
threesomes,
go
but
crazy.
I'll watch it.
Slade?
Slade. Yeah.
I don't want to watch it. I need.
Can you give me some insights? Like, what's that mean? Like, I don't
Check it out tonight.
Slade. It's lesbian.
That's it?
Yeah.
It's what you
It's lesbian.
It's not like it's not like a subcategory though. I feel like you're not giving me enough information.
Oh no, it's like black.
He's holding back.
Okay, great cinematography, but it's like is the slate mean something? Is it like a
So it's just
dedicated
woman on
type of-
woman?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need man in there. I can't just
Wow.
for me personally, but I know men, are cool with that. But I don't like girls. Though.
All right, let's have some real like.
Let's have some talk.
No, I don't need the camera.
Put that police light on this nigga. Cause she said, cause I said it's woman on woman, and this nigga was like, he about to hit me with the Nina.
Because I'm not funny acting. Like when it comes to porn, like I ain't one of them ones that it gotta be a woman on woman.
No, it doesn't have to be. I'm just saying, I got put
that
on
ain't,
to
even, that ain't
it.
even really a bag for me. Like
It's not a bag for me at all.
women,
Okay.
what's up?
I mean, it's not. It might not be your bag. It's that man's bag. It's
Oh no, I'm
personal.
not knocking the bag. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
I think,
It was a knock on the
I
back.
didn't think it was a knock on the
yeah,
back.
yeah, nah.
You
No,
how
see,
he
what I
tried to
thought
do?
Trav was trying to do, like, cause you never know what Trav, like, he was like,
I want to look this up.
when he was like, it's
Oh, I sent. Let me send the one I watched to the chat.
no, you
You
sure
don't
you
want to
did
look
that?
at it? I sent it to you.
No, it ain't-
I don't like his tone.
Listen,
Yeah, I don't like his
my
tone.
private browser is filthy.
So I'm gonna
just
send it to
saying, like,
you, and you, because I didn't like the energy he gave off right there. yeah, I didn't like it.
Yeah, nah, I'm never had an issue like, cause I know you got some people that be like, yeah, they don't want no dudes being in the flick. Like
Yeah.
that ain't never bothered me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if
Yeah, I don't give a fuck if a dude in the flick either. Like, Black is my
see, that's
favorite.
where I thought you was going. Though.
No,
Like, you
Black.
was saying-
No, I don't give a fuck. Black is my favorite, but then I got put on to this, so now I'm sharing it.
I feel some type of way about black being your favorite.
It's my favorite.
Let me just.
I thought this was personal safe space.
You're right.
Wow, these niggas. These niggas is.
live the personal.
I'm trying to put my panda hat this now. Excuse me. Excuse me while
Wow, man.
This is my queens.
Wow, man. I thought this was a personal safe space. Arnett's don't got y'all niggas. Now y'all niggas is out of control.
porn, man. Like,
I love a good
What
porn.
am I getting into today? Deshaun Watson back?
The massage porns?
You said the massage.
In real life or on the TV screen? Because real life is different.
listen,
Because I was going to ask you ever had a massage that turned into a
I
sexual
went into
experience?
an accidental one.
oh, how's that?
Okay, so in LA and Atlanta, they have these Asian massage places where you go in. They have
Ooh, I heard about
co-ed, they have
I
all
heard
male,
about
all
'em.
female. So I used to go to the all female one when I lived in LA, but it's just a group of women butt ass naked. There's
Yep.
different. The women that massage you are butt ass naked.
Yep.
Like everybody's just. But it's the best massage I ever got. So I come back to Columbus and I'm like, let me find an Asian massage place. I go to this Asian massage place.
This nigga act like a
I'm
motherfucker's
getting-
not in front of his face. I'm confused.
I'm getting a massage and she starts like feeling on my vagina. Look, I'm like, what the hell is that? I don't need all that. Like I didn't know that this was what.
Did you stop her?
Yes. So then I get back to my bag.
I thought you
So
got
then-
comfortable. Like,
no, I'm not. I don't like girls, so no. So then I'm walking out, and this man is like, "Did you get your happy ending?" I'm like, I had no idea that I was in. They closed it down, but it was in Hilliard.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
where's that?
Yeah.
Where's that?
Yeah,
Look at
but
the place up.
if you look up Asian massages, it's not going to say happy ending, but it'll take you there.
Yeah, see, I didn't know we had
Take me there.
the
I
actual
wanna
happy
go
ending
there.
spots that was
Yeah.
real.
They get shut
real
down
place
quick.
of
That's
business.
probably why you didn't
Harlem on
know.
the rise right there. You went real hard.
But I do know of the ones, you know, that's
I know my
doing
music.
it on the personal, on the one-on-one. Like
Yeah.
No matter what Desmond thinks.
they got the booking. The booking info is in the bio.
Yeah.
So salute, man. Like to each his own. You know.
Definitely.
Yeah, let's get out of this, man. You skating right now, dude.
Who, me?
No, not you at all. I don't even look at the person I'm talking.
Phil over here. This nigga's ready to kill me.
Another thing that I seen in the news, I wanted to know how y'all felt about it, was finally, after 9 years, Flint, a settlement has been reached with the residents of Flint, Michigan. $626 million, a class action lawsuit. After 9 years, I was like, what the fuck? Like, where was the...
Niggas can write with their fingers. How much lead they got in them.
You know what I mean? Like, do we not care about the human life at all? Like, how do you... 9 years, bro?
But we can send billions to other countries.
In 2 minutes.
If that. It's
Send me
wild.
Brazil.
Right.
It's wild. Sad.
Shit, we see in the TBT, the basketball tournament, every year they zelling niggas 3-4 million. You know what I mean? I know that's pennies, but I'm just saying, like, it's just that simple. But 9 years later, you know, this is a crisis that took place in 2014.
Yeah, I remember we shipped water there, man.
Can you imagine, like, where the whole, you know, supply of water is contaminated? Like how do you even function? How do you live like that? Like,
No, seriously. Shower. I mean, everything.
yeah,
I
like you
don't-
need water for everything down there. Like,
Can't, man. Can't.
can't begin to cook food. Like
Gotta heat up water, everything, man. That's fucked up.
that's crazy, man. I hope the money gets to the right people. I know they said that it was targeting, you know, they said kids. I believe I forgot the age that they said that it affected.
So wait. They got a settlement. Like, who got a settlement? Like, the people got a settlement, or are they gonna fix some fucking pipes? Because that's
Don't give me the line.
it don't-
Like,
that's what's wrong. Like, you gotta fix the pipes
right.
where the water travels through. Like, you giving somebody millions and they not leaving Flint, don't do shit. Like, you just a rich nigga with a bunch of lead in you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Still speaking on, like, you know, like these natural disasters that's taking place. Like I seen somewhere else where it was another chemical spill.
They're everywhere.
Like what the fuck is going on? Like,
The world is fucked up,
or
bro.
has this shit been happening and it's just now that we're able to really know about it? You know, due to social media. You know, due to, you know, because we relied on the news covering shit back in the day. Now, I'm a news reporter, you a news, you know, anybody can deliver news. So is that what it is? Is that everybody has access to it and anybody can see it and record it and get
Yeah,
it out
they're
there to
usually
the
like,
world?
I feel like a lot of it's in like poor areas, so I don't. Maybe
Yeah.
they weren't like.
It's almost like it's a
like they didn't
stage.
care, like so they weren't like documenting it.
Yeah, probably. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna know, 20 years ago this shit was
Right.
happening. Like, I don't wanna give a fuck.
But do y'all think that's coincidence that this shit always takes place in these little small towns or little
No.
poor areas? Like, it's almost like
It's
a test
definitely
market. Like,
Yeah.
we can, if they die, they die. But if they survive, cool, we can roll this out as a great thing. You know what I mean?
I'm
Like,
trying to think of what documentary I watched. It was
You a conspiracy
some
theorist?
small. No, it was some small black area that this they like put these chemicals out and all these people were getting sick. I can't even think of what it was. It was really good. But yeah, no, I think
The
they
government is fucked
do
up,
it
man.
intentionally.
yeah.
A lot of that should be intentional, man.
And that's why it's so hard to trust the government. You know what I mean? That's why, you know, people do feel the way that they feel about a lot of that shit. Because it's not coincidental. You know what I mean? Like, every now and then some slip-ups may happen, but this shit is like, damn, like, y'all really just playing with human life with no regards. Like,
And then no help, like, I mean, even at East Palestine, like, no help issue to them, like, no.
do we have any update on what's going on with that? Like, out there in Ohio, that in East Palestine, like, is it still, like, deadly or toxic out there? Like, I know it's been about a month now, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I wasn't tapped in like I should have been.
I know.
Yeah.
I remember seeing them images, and the images looked fake. Like that's how crazy that shit looked. Like
Yeah, and it's hard to trust them TikTok videos. And TikTok can have you fucking draped off forever.
It's
All
easier
this
to
shit,
trust those in the news. Like, at least you have real people from there putting stories out.
Facts.
Like if that shit don't come across the Citizens or the Ring app, I ain't checking for that Citizens and the Ring app, boy, man. Listen,
Citizens will tell you shit that happened.
Everything.
Ring will too. Like I have to look at a fucking lost dog every 5 minutes or a cat. Like man, like how are y'all picking up these fucking stray animals like this? Like they just be picking them up. Come on in the house. Fuck that. Fuck that.
Speaking of dogs, Pablo might be the best dog of all time.
He's been so quiet.
Reese, you asked me last week. I told you. He's a good baby.
I see. I see.
Make sure that hookah's on the list. Cause
Oh yeah. Well, let's get to it. Fuck it.
Woo!
Hookah. Trav Bay, we here. You wanted to speak about it? I know this has been a hot topic.
it's been a hot, and I just want to get a woman's point of view since we have
Yeah, rightfully so.
my dog in the building.
Because we speak on a lot of shit from a man's perspective, like blindly without having a woman's perspective. So it's good to get a woman's stance on it.
So I have this conversation with the fellas all the time, and I always laugh that men love going to the hookah spots, love putting that pipe in their mouth,
Oh,
See,
putting that glasses on their face, and blowing smoke at the camera. And to me,
that's why niggas be at your top like that, because like that was super extra how you did that right there.
on purpose.
Okay.
On purpose. Who gonna check? I ain't met a soul yet. So, how do you feel about men that blow hookah smoke in their phone?
No,
Personally, can't stand it.
yeah, I get that. How do you feel about men that smoke hookah? Period. Now, let's disregard a man blowing the smoke into the phone.
I don't think the act of smoking hookah is. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But like, what happened to cigars or like doing more?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you. You said cigars earlier. I agree with you, but I think along with like shaving, like with an actual blade, that skipped this
It's like
generation.
It's ancient.
You know what I mean? It's just something that they just don't do. Like I don't shave with a razor. You know what I mean? Like I let my barber do it, but like I've never put a razor on my face. Yeah, never. But not to get off subject, I just think that's something too as far as with the cigars. Now I did have an incredible cigar. I was at a baby shower.
Was I DJing?
No, you weren't DJing this one. This was my sister's baby shower.
You said this one like it's another one. That's you want to DJ this one.
And I had an incredible cigar there that day. And that made me want to be like, now this type of cigar, I smoke this, routinely. You know what I mean? But I think cigar, it's one of them things where it's an acquired taste. Like,
Yeah.
Everybody.
I just think I feel like it used to be where like men didn't really care about like attention or like doing, and I just feel like everybody does stuff like you're just putting it on. What are you blowing smoke in the camera for? Like what? It doesn't look good. It doesn't like nothing about it.
So
It's working for who it's supposed to work for, though. That's the thing. I think we always lose sight of that.
No, to each their own, and like there are people who like it. Good for you.
Sure,
Me
that's a good
no.
answer, Reese. I like that because I was definitely told that like when I made a joke to a friend, and he was like, "He's
blowing this hookah in the screen for you."
His exact words was, "The hoes love it," and they asked me where I'm smoking hookah at.
They do, and girls do love hookah and they like to smoke. So I mean, it works for people.
And some guys, they probably are using that as to where they can be like,
It's a thirst trap.
man, to where a chick may would inquire like, "Where you at? I'm about to pull up on you." You know what I mean?
100%.
Like,
It worked. That's the way of the world is social media. So
Quality rollout to me.
yeah, I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it because people wouldn't do it if it didn't work.
We give a lot of grief about rollouts, but if they're working, they're working.
Absolutely.
But we're still gonna give you this bicker.
Absolutely.
It's part of it.
Yeah.
I got a hookah. I got hookah at the crib, and ever since all this shit done broke, it's like that it'll never see the light of day. You know?
No, why though? Why? Because you did a poll. You did a poll, and you never really went into detail on
You did
on
do
the
that
poll.
poll.
Did I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did a poll asking
And you
women,
posted-
is it okay for men to have hookahs?
And you said the consensus was a lot of people
Oh,
asked
yeah,
about
oh, yeah.
cigars. A lot of people.
A lot of women, they did say it's cool. Like their biggest issue was the blowing the actual smoke into the screen, uploading that image and putting that out there. Like, yeah, you smoke hookah, cool. Like,
Totally
Yeah,
fine.
I've no for the record, I have no problem with niggas smoking hookah.
I don't. It's not
I don't
hookah.
care. I mean, I won't do it, but I don't smoke.
You have a
Really.
small problem with niggas who smoke hookah.
Nah,
Is it a little
It's
tiny
been
one?
for years. Trav, this ain't a new thing that you've been on.
I don't have a problem. It's a running joke for me.
Okay.
Like I don't really give a fuck. I mean, one of my best friends sells hookah. He used to sell hookah all the time.
that's one of them. My best friends is black.
No. I have black friends. One of my best friends is black. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
Brandon had the hookah business rocking for a minute. So I mean, I used to be with them niggas.
Fellas,
Listen,
listen.
I paid for some hookah out of my goddamn pocket at the
hookah
live
got
show.
expensive too. Like that shit is like $40
Yeah,
now.
which we wasn't supposed to pay for anyway, but
I paid for some too.
Yeah, I think we all did.
yeah, I think we all
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
Yeah,
Bottles.
Yeah, paid for bottles that we got for free and everything.
Yeah, so nah, you know the whole hookah shit, like
Yeah, shit is
I
funny
think
to
it's
me,
just
man.
more
Do what
so-
you do. I don't give a fuck.
ongoing conversation that takes place online. Like it turns more into the shit that men should be doing. It was something else that hit maybe a week or two ago.
Oh, so men can't wear umbrellas, can't have umbrellas.
That's why I got a number. I got several.
Men can't laugh at other men's jokes. All crazy.
Terrible. I laugh at those like crazy.
Lex, do you have anything like I know
Like
we
men
talking
can't
about
do.
that you, just like it's cringy for you to see a man do, but just like it's nothing wrong with it, but it's just not your cup
Probably
of
a
tea.
lot of things because I just feel like men, and not all men, but a lot of men in this generation want to be bad bitches. So it's like
Oh, man.
I agree.
nothing is left for the women. It's like we have to carry purses and wear tighter jeans than what I have on. Like it's just like a lot of stuff to me personally is cringy because I would prefer a man's man. Like it's just.
I heard you mention jeans. So would you want a guy in some big baggy jeans?
No, but I just feel like the reason men carry purses these days is because they can't fit stuff in their jeans because they're so damn tight.
Never thought about that.
So it's like you have to carry something else because you can't fit stuff in your pockets, which is absolutely ridiculous to me. Like, no, I don't want to see baggy clothes. I don't like the baggy stuff that's coming back. I do not like that. But a nice fitted outfit, like it doesn't have to be skin tight. Like
Another one of my one of my women friends said that she said one of her irks is when men post like picture girls, like their outfit girls or whatever. Like, you know, you got your shirt, your jeans, and your shoes.
Oh, nigga laying out his dress.
Yeah, like she said.
Yeah, I see that.
She said.
I just feel like what
She
are
said.
you
She
doing
said it just
for?
irked me. I
Some
I
stuff
can't dress, so I don't.
Some stuff that men do, I don't fuck with. Like
It's
nah.
extra, but I'll also be wondering like why is it irk you so bad though? Like
It doesn't irk. I don't think it irks me so bad at all. It's just like what
it is extra.
Some
like
things-
yeah, like
some
what did
things
you have
viral,
to do
though,
that for?
That men do. Like
Like what?
some will go viral. This guy in my DM says I'm pretty, right? Let the women have that.
Please.
Oh, I definitely see men.
But here go the men.
Doing it?
Yes.
This girl in my DM said I'm handsome.
No, women can't have anything because men want to be bad.
Let them have that, man.
Yeah, I definitely seen that one. I'm like,
That's a little too much.
Oh, dude bothers me. The dude with the super soft voice of like, women, guys just forgot how to really love women, and that, you know that dude I'm talking
Oh,
about.
just take the
Like,
put the pan.
I agree with your messaging and all that, but it's like,
Man, up a little bit. Like
shut the fuck up. Like,
That's what it comes down to. Just shut the fuck up.
that's the thing with social media. Real talk. When it's all said and done, it's like
Yeah.
including myself. You know what I mean? A lot of people we do too much with it. You know what I mean? The intentions of social media, I don't even know what it was. You know, but I know what we're doing right now with it was not the intentions.
it was the Lincoln build.
It was supposed to be for networking.
Lincoln build don't turn into let me show you I'm a bad bitch
Lincoln
and I'm an
fuck.
old nigga.
right.
Yeah, shit is weird.
It's really weird.
And,
We're in weird times.
and I honestly feel like, especially like our generation, Reese, like in Blaze and Lex too, because you've been in social media forever. It's like we low key be tired of that shit, but it's such part of the norm of our lives. Like if I could just delete all my shit and not feel like I'm gonna miss out, then I would. But I always feel like
So that's a real question for everybody. Right now, like, of course I know what the answer is, but if Instagram, Twitter was no longer, Facebook, whatever, how would that look for you?
I would be fine. I would definitely be fine with Facebook, and I would be fine with Twitter. With the gram, I'd be like, damn.
It would be
It's
like,
just
what's
sad
the
how
point
much
of
I
having this
have
phone?
my
Yeah.
phone.
It would be like, what's the point of me having this phone? Because it's like, you know, I talk to my kids and my mom.
You'd
know,
get a house phone at that point, because what are
Right.
you?
Yeah, if I didn't have the gram, and
I'm addicted to the gram. I ain't gonna front.
Nah, me too. Me
I'm
too.
addicted to social media. Period. It's
Yeah.
disgusting how much time I spend on.
I can definitely do without Twitter.
Outside of Instagram, you be
TikTok has me in a chokehold.
really.
What?
What do you what like? What
Me
kind of
too.
content?
And it never did until like recently.
Yeah,
like, because
TikTok
there's
got me too.
there's food recipes, there's politics, there's
Yeah, that TikTok pop.
everything that you literally everything everything
yours?
that you can think of.
That's where I got it from the TikTok.
Oh.
That like the
And I don't have TikTok, but I'll get caught up in IG Reels, which is the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I totally get how somebody can be lost in the sauce.
Because
with
it's
TikTok.
just so much stuff to see.
Especially whatever you like, you can search millions of different ways to do it. Like DJ shit, like bro, I just be on there like, nigga, these niggas is incredible. Or you know what I'm saying? Like,
I be driving my car sometimes and just flicking up the video to go to the next one,
just so you can hear it.
just so I can hear it.
Yeah.
Like I got my update today. My your usage.
Oh
update.
my
my
God.
shit was filthy today.
Hey, I was down 11%. Right,
God bless you.
Let me tell you what,
11 hours still.
my shit was 11 hours ago. No lie. I was
What's
like,
up
man,
with
this
that?
can't be right.
This can't be right.
Where my shit at? Got that motherfucker this morning. Every Sunday, I'm like, man, don't send me another one of these shits.
But
The screen time is up 15% last week
Oh,
for an average
gross.
of 11 hours and 10 minutes a day. That's nuts.
let me ask y'all this: how many times y'all take some pictures of some shit just because that's your first thought, and then you realize like I don't want to upload this shit?
Oh yeah.
Like you be like in the moment you be like this shit is funny, or
Sometimes, and then because you see stuff that you posted in the past and be like, why the fuck did I post
Why did
this?
I post it? And you'll be knowing what's in your phone. And it's like, it's something got to the point, you don't even want nobody, like, somebody's phone may be dead. And, like, can I see your phone? And like, oh, no. They're like,
hey, when the girls ask for my
you
phone,
don't want to give it to them.
I
Like,
tell them no.
I
I'm like
literally
no.
don't keep games on my phone on purpose.
When the girls ask for my phone, like, can I get on Roblox? No, get your mom's phone. Like, I don't want you to go through my pictures because you're gonna see some wild that I ain't delete out.
And then don't even get me started about my
shit
Instagram. I got 1,100 posts. Young people think that my page is insane. Like, why do you
I have like triple that. I have
Do
like
you?
6.
I deleted so many
I
fucking pictures.
I did the rebrand on mine.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's a timestamp
Yeah.
for me personally. I have 6,352.
Crazy rebrand. I got it down to like 80 pics.
Oh, that's good.
But you know, you can. Is that my phone?
That motherfucking shit rocking and rolling, bro. I got 343 pictures, and the last picture I posted was for my birthday, but the one before that, like, I didn't even post the orange soda shit. Like, somebody, like, I don't even know how that shit got posted on my shit. I think I was like, I think Burn sent that shit to me, and that shit got posted.
Yeah, so if you ever buy me and your phone is out of service and down, like,
You can't use mine,
I'm
nigga.
not the person to ask, like, because I'm going to be real reluctant to hand it over to you. Like, niggas just be paranoid, like, either they going to go get the looking through,
Find some shit that I don't
they
want to
gonna
find.
pull up the private browser or something. Like,
They gonna see some shit I don't want them to see.
y'all use a private browser?
Nah, I need to.
Huh?
I don't even know how to
There's
do
another browser besides that?
Oh, okay.
it.
Yeah, that
What
private.
if I use the regular browser if I need to go to something that I'm already logged into?
That private is. No cookies either over there.
You can see everything.
Oh yeah, you see everything. It just don't save none of your browse history. Like it deletes. Like it's Men in Black.
Damn, I
I
need
stay with the
parts.
private. I stay on the private Safari.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, unless you said you don't fuck with the private.
You be on your Pornhub just raw dog
Yeah,
on your phone?
it's probably the top. My top.
You put any of my sites in here, you will never find a browser history like mine.
I fuck with the wings sometime, man.
Is that your who's that?
That suits. Well, he has
Is he
Dallas
cooking
now.
out of Dallas? Is that what's, okay? Is that gonna be like permanent, or is it just something?
Yeah.
temporary?
Well, I mean, yeah, cause yeah.
That's what's up. Last but not least, and then we're gonna get up out of here. 50 versus Wayne versus DJ Envy and Charlamagne Breakfast Club. They was having this conversation, and god damn,
Man, if you don't turn that motherfucker off,
of course DJ Envy, because he's getting
Queens.
bread with 50 and Queens. He seems to think that 50 can beat Wayne in the verses. I think that's nuts.
Queens put
That
the
sounds
same thing.
psycho to me.
Queens flips. What do you say?
He said the same thing because he had to rep. He couldn't go back home.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
And he done got too much money with 50 with the F and vodka and all that shit, and now he's with the Branson.
So this is my thought.
Do you think they're comparable?
Not at all.
I don't either.
So if we're talking 20 records, like, all right, Wayne's catalog is killing 50's catalog. Yeah, we get that. Like, I get that. If we're talking 20 records, I feel like Wayne would win, but I just don't feel like it's as easy as niggas making it seem. Like, Wayne will just watch that nigga. I feel like Wayne would have to pick the right records against 50's records, because 50 got big records.
That's with anybody. Like, so I mean,
yeah.
it's all
right?
about how you line up the records. But what we're saying is that, like, realistically, when it comes down to it, 50 Cent may have 4 or 5 records that we would give him that is a given that he would be able to beat Wayne with.
You're going with more?
That's how I'm looking at it with these two, because these is heavyweights, right?
Yeah, but I 5, I don't know. I think
And 5 might even be a stretch.
I don't. But it's all preference, right? It's a preference.
Well, let's just try to go with consensus across the board of, like, if you had to pick out 50's 5 top records right now, what records would you put in there? For me, I'll go first. I'll give you time to think. I would put What Up Gangster. I would put Go. What's the record called? Go. It's Shorty. It's your birthday. What's in the club? Yeah, in the club.
I'll put
Me-
Many Men on there.
Who?
Many Men.
Many Men will be in my top 5 as well. G Unit. What? We in here. What? We can get the drama popping. That would be in my top 5, and then
I get money.
now maybe 21 Questions would be his.
21 Questions.
Maybe
in my
that would
top
be
5.
in there in the top 5.
PIMP.
PIMP would be up there.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, the fact that, like, go ahead, Travis. Like, you give yours. Like, we all can try to give a 50 essentials, and it's just tough.
God, crazy patiently waiting was.
Patiently waiting on track to explode.
Now, what would make it go even crazier though is he would have to bring Ilm out.
Yeah, that was crazy.
He would have to bring Ilm. Other than that, like, I don't even think he would put it in his 20. He might.
I just can't think of 20 songs that I would put on. I can't think of.
It's tough. 50 is one of them ones, man. Like, them first 2 albums, nuts, and then the mixtape. So that's the thing too. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm
we
saying.
gotta,
Like,
if they're including mixtape stuff, then it can get even harder for for 50. But I mean, that's also to 50's advantage.
do we kind of like Hate It or Love It?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that would be in the top 5, maybe. That's a top 5 potential for sure.
Yeah. Do we count So Seductive since he wrote it?
Yeah, I wouldn't put that in the top 5. You talking about I Take You to the Candy Shop?
No.
So Seductive. Tony Yayo?
Yeah.
Nah, he wouldn't even do that one. I don't think he would do
Shorty
it.
So Seductive.
I love that record, but I don't think he would do it. Oh, nigga, do you know who this is? It's Tony Yayo. 50 Cent, back on that gangster shit. Yeah, that shit was hard.
That shit was crazy. Don't get me wrong though. I think Wayne would win. 'Cause Wayne just has so much music he can match anybody.
That's why it just didn't make sense to me.
I give
between
Wayne
the mixtapes.
13-7. You know what I mean?
I'll ride with
12-8 to be nice to 50, but I really give it 13-7.
I'll ride with
possibly 14-6. No disrespect to 50, y'all. That's just a different type of animal to go up against Wayne. Like shit. Like Wayne is probably of the 1%. It ain't too many people that can beat Wayne. Period.
No.
Like and
that.
50
If I
Cent.
can't do it, oh, I love that record.
Yeah, I love it
so
too.
much.
But
Yeah,
we just
Wayne,
talk about,
Wayne
like,
is just different, bro.
50, what you would think would be his top 5 records, because I mean, these are the records we're saying for sure is going to win. It's tough. Like as much as we love 50, as big of a star as he is, that just shows you how much bigger Wayne is. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I seen a lot of people, you know, just acting like Wayne was just like 20-0 50. I'm like, I don't think so, but Wayne definitely.
If they were going song for song,
it'll get ugly for 50 in there.
yeah, I can't say that he would win. For me personally,
Yeah, it's real.
It's tough.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's tough. That'll be a tough out for 50. If I was 50, I wouldn't even take that type
At
of
all.
battle.
He wouldn't do that shit. 50, he's strategy.
what brought that about, anyways? Because it
DJ
doesn't seem comparable.
DJ Envy made mention of it. Like, I don't know. I'm guessing maybe behind the scenes there may be like some chatter going on about another versus maybe about to take place. I would imagine, because I don't know why that just came out of nowhere unless somebody else may know.
Yeah, I think low key was tweeting about that shit.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, I think somebody tweeted low key, and low key just did what low key does, and shit caught on. And then Nerd tweeted out what's the best sneak disses in the rap game, and that shit went super viral. Every fucking major hip hop blog and all shit picked that shit up. And then he did the shit with Pac too. He said Pac was better than Big.
Pac and Big. Now we had that conversation. We can bring that to the show too.
I mean, I got the man on my wall.
Yeah,
You know how I'm riding.
we take nothing at all from Big. And like I didn't like the way that he phrased it and said that Pac had better songs. I don't necessarily know that Pac's songs are better than Big's, like, because Big got a lot of songs that's better than Pac's. I just think with Pac, he's just more impactful, and that's just
Yeah,
what,
absolutely.
that's what made his records hit you that much harder, because of the impact and who he was and what he stood on. It was more than music.
And to be so young, and, like,
I mean, shit, they was both
I know
younger
they
than
both
25
were,
when they
but
died.
to talk about the stuff he was talking about.
Yeah, Pac's definitely more impactful.
I don't know. I would love to see it. I think it's definitely time for another versus. I'm ready for one. I know how I feel about it, but
As long as the management stay away, you be all right.
oh yeah. Oh, you talking about? You talking about?
You just was saying.
I was talking about verses like the Swiss and Tim, not ours. I might be done with that unless I can get Marlon on the docket. Like what Dad said, the records that Marlon would pick. Like I'll clean Marlon up. He said Marlon was saying he would, if he was 50 Cent, he would come out with Ayo Technology.
All right, so back to
It was another one.
Hey,
I said, Dad's the thing. Like, yeah, he's food.
time to use the technology. That song was fucking horrible.
Super horrible. Real quick, and this for sure is the last thing. Jonathan Majors, on the high of all highs right now.
God bless it, man. I hope it ain't true.
She's recanting, by the way.
Is she the new face of Marvel?
Thank you.
Also, the co-star in Creed with Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors. Recently, just a couple of days ago, or maybe yesterday, allegations came out that he physically assaulted. Right? Like that's it was physical assault.
She recanted.
His girlfriend. Is this his girlfriend or his wife?
This is his girlfriend. His attorney is saying that. Let me be very clear.
Mm-hmm.
His attorney is saying that she's recanted all of the statements that she made. Hey, listen. If it ain't true, if it is true, it's foul. If it ain't true, get the fuck away from
We're
it.
deleting all that. Like you'll never. I don't know, man.
Yeah, break her off some bread and break up with her. And move on with your life, King.
My thing is that I mean, of course, you're innocent until proven guilty. Where smoke is fire.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Like, these type of allegations, like, no, there ain't no pander. Like, I hate that y'all even do that. Like, the fact that that it even has to come out, like,
Yeah.
my whole thing is, Trap, and I say this all the time and I stand on it, like, certain shit has never been associated with me because I ain't never put myself in that position, and that's just not who I am. Like, a chick can never say Reese was hitting on me. No, I mean, they can, but it's never been said because I don't put myself in that type of position to do that. You know what I mean? Like, so that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that he hit her, but I'm thinking something took place.
I mean, that argument probably took place.
Yeah, you know, so hopefully, you know, I'm praying that.
I want you to read that real quick too for the people before we go.
I got one more.
Unique to most
No, read right here. The Crossroads is a remix version of East 99 Eternals track Crossroads.
So let's pull up East 99's track list.
I just want to make sure that's
Blaze
clear.
is over this.
What was you saying, Blaze? What was you about to say?
There's one more topic I need to bring up.
I want to be clear.
But I'll let you find this East 99. At the end of the day, Crossroads not a remix.
It's not.
Nigga, genius say it, nigga.
I'm not rolling with it, bro.
Do it, say it or not? Do it, say it or not? Hey, Lex, on the mic, does it say it or not?
Don't you say it on that, Mike. Don't you say that.
Pablo, what it say? Do it say remix?
What's the other topic that you wanted to?
I wanted to, because
It does.
since he's been avoiding it, there was another topic from last week that involved Trav that was outside of the list.
Where?
Yeah, what's you had Bicker for Trav.
I can't remember. What was it?
Who's Hitmaker.
Oh yeah. The impact versus numbers conversation. Like, where we at with the time?
2 hours and 10 minutes.
Oh, we got 10 minutes. We got crack his muffin for 10 minutes. All right, yeah. Why not? Lex, you good? 10 more minutes?
I'm good.
All right. So let's get into it. Impact versus numbers. Dez kind of, gave him an out a little bit last week, and I even agreed with it, with what Dez said. Like, because I don't want this to come off as me saying that you can't have no impact without being numbers, but I'm clearing what I'm saying is that most of the time when we talking impact, there's a reflection of numbers that for you to be able to say that was so impactful. So I know you were saying what you always say when it comes to me and music. Either what was it? The chicks put me on or something.
Yeah.
It was that, and then it was and I want to clear that up too because I think I might have brought back 2 records to the pod that I said, oh yeah, I heard this with a chick. And
you see how you only wrote. You said one little thing, right? And that's running with it, right? That's how I feel all the time. I say one little thing, and niggas just run with it.
What we running with? Let me.
Oh, that the chicks put you on the music.
That put who?
That certain chicks turn you on the music.
No, that's what you say about me.
I know, but it's like a running joke.
Right. But what is it that what joke are we running with you that?
Everything.
See, yeah. But
that's not an answer, Trav.
That's not an answer.
It's the second answer.
Because you run with it more than it'll be something that we say and it's over with that week, and then you'll keep bringing it back up like the quirky.
Yeah, because.
But nobody's brought that back up though.
No, but yes, it lives in infamy.
I don't know what that means.
It's out there in the universe.
It's in the universe, but you keep rehashing it though. Like you keep the quirky niggas on. Like Dad said it in one rant and one rant only.
Yeah, and your rant didn't inspire shit, niggas. Just make that clear.
But let's get back to the impact.
But all right, so my I prefer Hit Boy beats.
We know
that's just so.
So do I.
I understand. You just called a nigga sleepy.
I stand on that.
I feel like
Talking about his raps, by the way, but
oh yeah, his raps are definitely sleepy. Like I never thought he was nice as an MC. Hitmaker, if he wants to go off numbers, he probably got all those gold and platinums. Like I don't know, I'll put it like this: like Niggas in Paris is Hit Boy's probably biggest record. Like that shit.
gigantic. That's
Yeah,
what he's
like I can't name a hitmaker record that's had that much impact as Niggas in Paris.
Yeah, but that's just factually not true. Because Hitmaker be having these records track that lives on the Billboard charts, and we hate them. We don't love them. Like this is the radio.
I can't name. Not saying it didn't happen. I can't name a record
that's just you not being able to name it though. That don't mean it's not there.
Yeah, that's why I say I prefer Hit Boy. Like I can't name no Hitmaker record. Like,
but that was Berg's whole defense of himself. Like, you know, B Dot kept trying to say how impactful Hit Boy was. And Berg was like, hold on, like, what do you mean? Like, why are you talking this impactful? Like, do you see these numbers that I'm doing behind these records? And these is just the commercial big singles. Like, he got some other records too that he said that he was involved with, like that Don't got his tag and all that. So
maybe he was talking about like for the culture, because like Hit Boy having 4 records with Nas is like, I don't know.
So that's the debate that I wanted to have. Like, how do you measure that? Like this run that he's on, which is an incredible run with Nas, is it impactful?
I think for the Nas fans, it is. For the heads, it is. I mean, I don't feel like it's doing what it's supposed to do on the charts. Like, I don't know the numbers.
I don't think it's designed for that either, to be honest with you. Like,
Yeah, I don't know the numbers because I don't care. I'm just happy to hear good music from Nas, because it's always been the knock with Nas. He don't pick good beats.
Right.
So.
Yes, I mean, but I think.
I mean, Hitmakers. If he said he had a 5-6 run on the radio, I mean, who am I to say like, nah, like them shit's whack?
Is
like,
that something though? Like, should we be sneezing at that? Like, shouldn't that be like like that should be held into like a super high regard, right? Like, how do you feel about that, Blaze? Like, to say you got to run on radio for 5 to 6 years, like I think that's an incredible feat. Like,
Yeah,
I could be
sure.
reaching, you know what I mean? But I think.
No, it's incredible. So here's the thing, man. Even though I've been hearing a lot of different information about radio and how it's starting to turn to where radio is a more viable place for ads and companies to do their ads,
Right.
way more than TV. But at the end of the day, we all know how this works as musicians. When you got a record that's on the radio, I've been to concerts and I didn't like the record, but I still was looking forward to hearing it because it's so familiar to me. And so that is super important. Living on the radio, he lives on the radio. Everybody got to come to him to get on the radio at this point. And that is a talent in itself, a talent that I've always strived to obtain. You know, you want that radio record, you want that record that's that crosses over and can be loved by multiple different sets of demographics.
And I hate, you know, that they're being pitted, you know, against each other, you know what I mean? But that's just hip hop and, you know, the competitive nature of what hip hop is. You know, so I don't necessarily mind it, you know what I mean? Like, it's good for the sport and hip hop. But
how was the Jim and Hitmaker album?
I liked it, you know what I mean? Like, y'all killed me for saying that it was going.
I've never listened to it. So.
See, that's the thing. Like, y'all killed something that y'all ain't even listen to. Like, that'd be the thing with me. Like, the shit, I don't kill something because I ain't even heard. Like, I ain't heard that. What I said, I'm gonna take your word. You know what I mean? I'm not going to listen. But that Jim and Berg or Hitmaker album, I thought it was good. You know, solid production, of course, because we know who's producing the whole album. Jim's been rapping incredible, you know, these last few years, and you know, there wasn't really no misses on there. Like, is it a classic? No, you know what I mean. Like, but it was good music, you know. So
I'm gonna take your word for it.
Yeah, that's fine. That is absolutely fine. I don't know if we cleared up impact versus numbers. I don't think we did.
Did y'all even address it?
We didn't. You know, he tried like to dance. When it comes to this music topic,
I mean,
we get it. Like, listen,
yeah,
everybody
we just got different opinions. So whether, you know, how I feel about it, like I don't check for Berg. I don't check for his records. Like, so I don't know his impact on you.
Is it
like,
that you don't check for Berg though because of his style of producing, like, and who he's producing for? Like, because if he was producing for West Side Gun,
then I would check for it.
So
but I guess the artists he worked with, like, really not checking. I mean, I guess now I gotta listen more because I'll be DJing. But
I wish I had that clip of the one records that he said he was involved with, like that people didn't even know. But
I mean, I like some. I'm looking at the playlist that he produced. Like, there's some records on there. I like the Angels records with Chris Brown and Wale. I like the John record with Wayne, and
that's what it was, John.
like I like them records. But his impact on me isn't as big as what Hit Boy's is. Like,
Right, that's fair. That's
like,
fair too.
Hit Boy's impact on me is like, I'm checking. Like, oh shit, Hit Boy produced this. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm living with a Hit Boy produced album.
Hit Boy, was his biggest songs is like "If Niggas in Paris." Do you put the Kendrick record up there?
The
Well, he be going crazy at his show.
Yeah.
All my life, money and power.
Yep.
God damn, and yeah, I mean, I would imagine that would be in his top 5, you know, of records.
Yeah,
And
Sicko
that's the
Mode,
thing too. Like I know Hit Boy has
Racks in the Middle.
he has numbers behind him, like of some of the records that he's done. So, I
Ooh,
mean,
Beyonce, sorry. Ooh, I forgot he did that.
yeah, so I think this is
myself.
media driven. You know what I mean? Like
Feeling
for them to
Click.
get them two going at each other like that, like it.
Goldie's one of my favorite records too.
I think my issue that I was having is like, we can't champion Puff and then shit on Hit Boy, and that's kind of where it's began and ended with me.
You mean Hitmaker?
Hitmaker, I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's that, and I agree with you. You know, that's my stance on it as well.
And my stance with that was, I feel like, and Reese has said something, and that might be true, but when Puff and the Hitmakers were making those albums and sampling and shit, like, those records still last today. Like, I don't know if Hitmaker, even reworking them same samples, have that impact that the Hitmen had.
That's not fair because we can't even judge that yet. Like it ain't. Those records,
but you
that's,
knew,
it's a reason why he went and got them and reworked them 20 something years later because they at that time they got busy. So now it's time for him to give his rendition of it, and we just have to wait and see if they have.
So like, Angels with Chris Brown and Wale, right?
I'm not familiar with that.
That's basically I Need a Girl, right, Blaze?
Oh, is that what that is? Oh yeah, Wale's record, yeah.
Yeah, with Chris Brown.
Mm-hmm. See, I don't think the original "I Need a Girl" was like it was a dope record, but I mean,
but I feel like it's a better record than this remake, right? I think it's a better use of the sample.
I think that's just us kind of being like.
I think it's just a better use of the sample. Am I?
Because it was first and we loved it. It's almost like some people will never give Kobe his just due because we seen Mike first. You get what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
like,
but even like there's some records that say the Hitman sample that I still like. Like Juicy Fruit is still an amazing record, even though Juicy is like a classic record. Like Juicy Fruit still is like, still feels away. You know what I'm saying?
That's different though, Trav. Because you talking about the original one. What we're talking about is Hitmaker going back and he's sampling the sample from back then. Like, yeah, like the original still stands on its own too. Like that, I don't even think that should even be a part of the conversation. Now, what he came back, so we can keep using the one as the same example. Puff's "I Need a Girl" with Usher and who is it? Mario Winans or is it Lone? And then Wale's and Chris Brown's with Hitmaker. This is a great record, and this is a great record. Like, they're going to automatically get compared because it's the same sample, right? You know what I mean? But I still think this is a great record, and I think that's a great record. Can we compare them? Cool. You know what I mean? But that's how I look at it. Like, Blaze, how do you see it, like, when it comes to records that's pulling the same sample?
Yeah, I think it's lazy, but if it works, it works. Like, it is what it is. Like, this is the music business.
I agree.
And so, if it, like, that's what we love Diddy for doing that.
Diddy and Dre. That's
Like
all.
we
the
say
Chronic
Hitman on
and
We What track.
Doggy
They wasn't
Style.
replaying nothing. They was taking the sample and throwing some drums on that bitch.
Yeah.
More Money, More Problems is the sample and some drums, Trev.
Yeah, but they wasn't doing that all the time.
A lot of that shit is.
Of course they weren't doing it all the time. They have original music that's great too.
Yeah, like Stevie know how to play. Like
For sure.
D-Dot know how to play. So.
Nobody's saying they don't, but what he's saying
D-Dot
like.
don't know how to play though.
Who D-Dot? His
I
lady?
don't know.
D-Dot is a drum programmer. That's mostly what I've heard many interviews, and that's what he specialized in. Not to say he couldn't. It was what's my other man's name that was producing with
Amin Ra?
Shout out to Easy LP. He produced my guy Tavares' demo and everything. Was about to sign on the Bad Boy.
Tavares from here, Tavares?
Yeah.
Tavares from Rule Live?
Yeah,
He said like you ain't know what the fuck was going on, Trey.
he did. Trav might have still been in Newark at this.
Nah, when I moved to Columbus, I'm not Tavares. I mean, his mom lived right down the street.
We're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, we're going to get out of here, man.
We want to thank you again for being with us. This has been very, very fun 2 weeks with you.
It has
You know, it's an
been.
open invitation
Coming
for
my
you.
way. 2
Um,
weeks?
It's an open invitation. Whenever you want to pop in with us, please feel free. We enjoyed your insight and your stance and your views on things. Like we definitely enjoyed.
Pro-Trump ass nigga.
And it is what it is.
She can be pro-Trump all she wants. That's my motherfucker.
Yeah, fuck Trump and Biden. Fuck all them niggas.
Facts. That's how I feel. So.
Yeah, right. Like,
Fuck all them hunkies.
I was gonna tell you that.
Please do.
Word. Fuck all them politicians, nigga.
We
Don't give a fuck about us.
Dan, safe travels back to the United States. I'm not certain when you coming back, but be safe.
Inshallah, my boy.
Inshallah. Do we got anything that we need to announce in closing? Anything that we missed? Booked and busy? Any
Booked and busy, man, as always, man. Got a bunch of gigs coming up. No official dates until niggas cut the check, but
I told you I gotta get you. I need you to do my son's graduation party.
I told you were going to do your son's graduation party. You're going to give me a list of songs?
Because if you make him do it, you're gonna be sitting there criticizing him the entire
Critiquing me
time.
the whole
No,
time.
not.
Slamming records.
Yeah, he's fucking The Rock and fucking Steve Austin combined when he be slamming records.
No, I learned the art of slamming records. I would just teach them how to do it.
I would still be slamming.
We don't give a fuck.
I don't.
Like
Hey.
me, we care.
Hey, I DJ. God bless. Niggas is just like going from 75 ppms to 116. Like, boom, 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 boom.
Shit clear.
Should work. Should work.
That works though.
Should work.
Stopping the music.
Yeah, if I had the sound effects on, like, see, I don't even know how to incorporate that yet. Once he teach me that,
You ready?
then I'm throwing it in my bio. I'm ready. Book me.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, my gigs this weekend, they was good, man. Shout out to Rich Nice.
It's dope.
Shout- yeah.
Trav and Friends is still going. So, like, you got somebody lined up for next week?
I'll probably bring my guy Dirty Dan back.
Love Dan.
Hey, definitely thought he was Jacob when you posted him.
Dirty Dan.
Thought it was Jacob. Like,
That's funny.
I was like, is this Jacob with long hair? What's going on?
That's funny. Nah, yeah, Dirty Dan, that's my guy, man.
Lex, you got anything that we need to be looking out for? Any announcements? Anything you want to put out there?
Nope.
See, that's why this is my dog. She don't come on here to do a rollout. She come over here to show up.
Yeah, we used to get our guest host used to come in there with agendas and attack us on some shit that we might have said 17 weeks ago.
You said, like, I don't even remember that
I don't
episode.
fucking remember. Like, was
I might have been drunk.
That's odd.
But yeah. So in closing, y'all, we getting up out of here. I am CEO.
It's your boy Try Dave.
Kid Blaze and Lex is in the building.
Pablo's in the building.
Young Pablo.
This dog in America.
We out of here. Peace.
Hold on. If we don't stop talking crazy.